Okay, so no intro, no fancy intro stuff going on today. Why? Because I'm on the new rig. We're finding out if it works. I haven't got all of my uh, fun and wonderful intros moved over to OBS on it, one process at a time. We are on the new rig. We are on the old video card still yet. We'll get into that later. Um, We are going to fly with Drako and Zig. We're going to continue with our European tour. We already flew from Rotterdam over here to Vienna one night. When we didn't record it, we were just off flying about. And what we're doing is we are doing two or all three of us. We'll find out here in a second. I know Drako is. We're streaming this. We're all flying the Beechcraft Duke aircraft. So that'll be interesting. So let's jump into that and we'll liven up their mics so that they can be heard and we're all set and going and we'll find out how well I'm doing with the new rig tonight. So I'm in a plane sitting here that needs to be started and all the stuff put into it. No cut screens and all that. This is straight off the display, so hopefully nothing goes screw with that. So did have on the other screen task manager up just so I can monitor stuff. That comes up over to the other screen. So, and then that way I can just monitor that. FS Cloud, I want to start that. I want yes.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Well, I've introduced myself and Dig, and the question was, we know that you're flying and I'm flying, and well, we're all flying, but you're streaming and I'm streaming.
Yep.
Was Zig streaming?
Not as of yet.
I didn't get a notification.
Well, I didn't know if he was planning that, but I did say that we're all flying the Duke and we're all here.
As did I.
Yeah, so I'm loading it FS Cloud, so we'll all be in exactly the same plane in FS Cloud, and we won't look anything like what we're supposed to look like.
Or we'll all look exactly like how we're supposed to look like.
Right. Except for the skins will be different because I went with the silver. I don't know. It's a silvery gray.
And I went with what the hell ever.
Don't tell me I'm offline. Stream resume. Don't do that crap to me.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start putting in our nav.
That's up. Now we can move. I see a couple other people far away. So low output. Why have I got low? Oh, I will thoroughly outrage. That keeps.
And just for all of the people watching me now and in the future, I've said it before, I've never flown this plane before, and I am not good with doing VOR digitally. So I'm trying to learn how to do the VOR on the fly digitally. Usually I either fly GPS or I do it analog in the 377.
Can't you just use the GPS?
I went VOR to VOR though.
You can still use GPS.
I
Just
don't know how
follows-
to do that.
You just turn on the GPS.
But my GPS is on.
Well, then your flight path should be in there.
Helps if you unpause stuff. Okay.
How do you turn it on?
There's a little button
Okay. Yeah, I got
that
it.
says
Power.
GPS on.
Have all the batteries that way.
Like, be a little more specific of where that button would be.
On.
It's on your GPS screen.
On the unit itself?
Yeah, not on the unit itself. It's right next to the screen.
Yeah.
On the left side, towards the top, says GPS on and off. When you mouse over it.
None of my. Did you have to turn all of the avionics on?
Yeah, you have to turn all the avionics on to be able to get that.
Like individually, did you turn them all on?
No, they all came on the second I flipped the
That one.
inverter switch and the master.
Yeah. Well, that's the ones I guess I'm looking for at this point.
The inverter and the master. are over-
Avionics.
Yeah, avionics power. Over on your left-hand side.
Yeah, I found it. I don't know what you're talking about, inverter, but oh, that's already on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Main
if
inverter.
yeah.
Okay,
So
now
have
my
one.
radios are on. Now the GPS is on. Yeah, so your flight plan should be in there if you put it in there already.
Flight plan? Flight plan? We need a flight plan? Okay, yeah.
I'm talking, Draco, it's already on the GPS, just saying.
Yeah, no, I haven't even done a flight plan yet. So,
So,
pull into that.
well, I turned my DEM switch to N1, which is where I had my first nav radio turn to.
Yeah, you're
And it
talking
says-
Greek all of a sudden.
So the nav. So the nav radio.
Okay.
Okay, I set it to my first waypoint, which is 115.5, and then up right above the altimeter, I switched it from I switched that little knob from off to N1, and it gives me my distance to my first waypoint, 18.2 nautical miles. The thing I'm trying to figure out though is how do I set for the second waypoint? So that way all I have to do is just hit a button and it switches to the second waypoint. I don't have to worry about entering it manually right away.
I have no idea. You're talking to guys who don't ever fly that way, Draco. I mean,
there it is.
you remember that, right?
Yeah,
I can tell you how to turn the GPS on and work that. And you don't got to worry about all that other nonsense you're talking about.
And go to aircraft, bird, nav logs.
Okay, so that's set.
Nav rate. Why is it not going?
I'll pull that up and take a quick look.
Oh, that one worked. That should actually be right.
Now, when it comes time, you guys will have to teach me how to put in an approach.
Approach. There's no approaches. Oh, yeah, there is.
There's no approaches in flying.
Get in and you look for the ground and you go there. That's where I'm looking for. That's those two waypoints. Radio. The nav one, I ident? Well, that would get it to go beep, 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 beep.
No, that just is going to show you how far you are from that waypoint, how fast you're going, and how long till you get there.
Oh, that's the one. Marker sound toggle.
Yeah. There it is. I knew you'd find it. Well, while we're sitting here on the ground, when you're setting up for approach at, I'm setting up for approach at LIRA. It gives me 3 different approaches. It gives me VOR DEM 15, ILS 15, and NBD 15.
Wait a minute, how do I have that?
Well, if you're going to use the ATC, you have to wait.
Okay, so I have to wait until they tell me.
If that's what we're going to do. What plane is this? Don't just say the Duke. I know it's the Duke.
It's a Beechcraft.
That should. That. Oh, heading bug. Heading bug. Wait, he's supposed to be headed to.
I'll be right back.
So. That. Pull that in here in a minute. Have 2 first. That would. Wait.
Oh my god, how do you use this freaking autopilot?
So you hit the AP button on and off, which is, there's nothing there.
Right.
The heading button will turn on the heading, but that is only if you have set it over with the heading bug, which is over there underneath the
artificial horizon.
Yeah. And then the APR is your approach that you don't have to worry about because we don't have that yet. What is RE back course hold switch? Oh, that's if you want to a return flight. We don't need that. Altitude hold, that is what altitude you want to leave, keep it at. The round button there to the right, the inner one does. Wait a minute.
So I can't set the altitude in the GPS, and when it gets there, it'll just hold it. I have to, because it's telling me I can go. I can set it for it to climb at 1,000 feet per minute.
Yeah, that would be the up and down there that you can.
You have to set that in the autopilot, not in the GPS.
Well, I'm looking. That's what I'm looking at, the autopilot.
Yeah. But then you do press the up for your up feet per minute, 8, 9, whatever. Wait for it, and then rotate the buttons to the right of the up and down to get the altitude that you want to get to.
Where's that at?
To the right of the up and down button on the autopilot.
I haven't even found the autopilot yet. Is that in the radio stack?
Radio stack,
yeah.
Third thing down. You have AP, FD buttons, then your heading HD.
Oh, okay.
Button.
I see it.
Okay.
I got it.
All the way to the right, then you got your up and your down for your, and then the round altitude knob, which I set for 10.5, so I'm doing that now.
I see it. The VS, if you hit the VS once, it'll give you, you can put it to how high you want to be, then you hit the VS again, and then you can set your vertical speed.
Correct.
And then when you're ready, you just hit your current, hold current altitude toggle, and it'll hold it at whatever altitude you're at, right?
Correct. If I was listening to him correctly, while I was trying to do something
I don't
else.
know. So the way this is like the ones and the other ones I've been using. Like if you just roll over it and you roll it up to like say 5,000 feet, you'll want to hit arm. You'll want to hit arm, and then that'll take you right to 5,000 feet. And then once you hit arm, you can tap the top of that knob, and it'll probably take you to vertical. Then maybe no.
No, VS to the right of it.
Yeah, but that's different. When you hit VS, that takes you into vertical speed mode, and it just keeps climbing at whatever. It won't stop at 5,000 feet. If it's like the one in my Caravan, you have to hit the knob. Once you arm the 5,000 feet, you hit that arm button, then you click on the knob, and it'll go to vertical speed, and you set then your vertical speed till you reach 5,000 feet or whatever you set in. If you go to vertical speed, that just simply says continually climb or descend at 1,000 feet per minute or whatever you set it. It won't stop at an altitude. Does that make sense? No, it didn't make sense, did it?
Sort of.
So
pretty much what's going to happen.
If you hit the VS button, I think it will just be like setting your trim.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Pretty much what I'm going to end up doing is just winging it in the air, experimenting with things once I'm up high enough.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 minute and I'll be right back.
So I think I'm set. Call. Hit the right button. I'm gonna ATS, ATIS to make sure altitude is set correctly. Nine 991. Round.
Where are we departing out of? South or west?
I'm gonna hit south.
Okay.
Because we should be, well, yeah, south is probably best. Why do I have this now? Do I just not have sound because it's
Hey Zig, you're live.
Why do I have... Don't tell me that ATC is on the other monitor. Now you can pull up the sat nav GPS. That's the only thing you can pull up.
Alright guys, you're live on my stream now. Say hi.
Hi.
See ya.
How's everybody?
I'm done. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Oh, that's not what he
It's
said.
over. It's over.
It's no wonder I'm about ready to get hammered with some storms. Zig's streaming.
Yeah.
He only does it when there's severe weather on the Outlook.
So do we think we're ready to go?
I'm pushing back. What's the worst
Oh,
that
are
can
ya?
happen? We splash down in the water?
Crash and start over. I mean, it's not like any of us have ever flown this thing before, so.
It's not like none of us have never crashed.
Right.
I haven't.
Oh, I've crashed plenty.
I crashed twice.
All right, so that's on my stream. Popping up here shortly will be an outside view of my plane. Now, what I should probably do is I get done with this pushback.
And there's the outside of my plane.
Good.
Hey, I see
Good.
both of you, and you're both Dukes.
Or something like it.
No, actual Dukes. It says Dukes. And Zig, your plane is black. MoonDog, your plane
Really?
looks pretty much exactly like my plane.
Huh.
Yeah, well, I went with the silver one, so.
Where are we going to? Runway 16? Is that where they sent? Is that where
Yep.
they sent you, Draco?
That's where they sent me.
Yeah,
Damn,
yours
this
is
plane
the white.
taxis. Whoa, this plane taxis fast.
You're in the white and blue one, aren't you?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, speaking of taxiing fast, that's what I need to. I didn't do a camera for.
Holy craps, this plane taxi fast.
You might need to pull back on your condition levers.
Yes.
Alright.
I have to do that in the Cessna. I have to pull them back to about. I have to pull them back to about 40%. Otherwise, it just runs away on taxi. And I didn't set up. Let's see. I gotta set up a camera for the. Well, I gotta set up a. Oh no!
Holy crap. That doesn't help at all.
I got a catering truck in my way.
Dang it! Didn't save my cameras. I'm bummed. That sucks.
Break,
That's gonna be horrible.
Break.
break. Well, yeah, because I got a freaking Airbus coming right at, or a Boeing coming right at me. Alright, get out of the way. Don't run me over. End up sucking me up into your damn jets.
Sorry, people, it didn't save my camera settings. I'm gonna do a little quick edit here, so we can, so I'll be able to view around the cabin.
All right.
Welcome, whoever's watching.
I am.
Oh, hi. Welcome, MoonDog.
Well, I'm watching, but I'm not watching because now I'm watching mine for my chat, so.
It's got to be also because I'm used to flying a plane that doesn't respond as easily.
Yeah.
Because I'm barely touching the rudders, and I'm just weaving back and forth. I look like I'm drunk.
Okay. Take that sobriety test before we took off.
Yep.
Okay. Did you pass?
I got a C+.
Oh, that's average.
That sounds like Zig. Well, did you drink anything before you flew? Yeah. You have too much. I don't know. Class is empty.
Define too much.
Your opinion of too much may not be my opinion of too much. Where the hell are they sending me?
I don't know, but I gotta follow you here in a minute. Oh,
I'm going to be all the way to my first waypoint before I ever take off.
Are you coming back over here to the taxiway? This
I've
little
been on
truck,
a
this little
taxiway.
truck just decided to come zipping by. I have a Duke crossing my path up there.
I don't know who that could be.
That's no, I know who that is. It's a white and blue off to my left.
I'm way the hell out in the middle of nowhere.
You're in a parking lot.
I think they're messing with me. I think they're just sending me down the expressway right now.
Alright, I got a little bit set up there. tweak some more once I get up flying, I guess.
I got a feeling this thing takes off like a flipping rocket.
Compared to what you're used to, maybe so.
See, I'm used to nice, long, leisurely climbs that takes me an hour to get up 30,000 feet.
Well, I don't know that it.
I don't think it'll go
Will
that
climb.
fast, but it'll
Particularly
climb.
fast,
Yeah.
but
I did a takeoff and landing at Akron Canton.
With this plane?
Yeah, so I was technically the first person to fly it and land it, and I have not crashed. Armor's like, that looks just like the plane I saw in the field. I go, wasn't me, because one that you showed was white and some other color. Mine's silver.
And that plane was too small to be me.
Yeah. So we came up with the thought that it's probably actually him. He's moonlighting as a pilot, and he crashed and took a picture of himself. Because during Arma suit tends to crash more than he.
okay.
Where the heck did we take this airport this big, really?
Apparently they have us taking off the same runway that we landed on.
Yeah,
But it seems like we're taxiing a really long way.
Yeah. It took you through general parking. I ran up the taxiway there. I'm thinking you're on.
Oh, now I've lost my game audio. Are you kidding me?
Look, there's the Duke. Or a Duke. Or I could think of Duke and Duke from Trading Places.
Or Duke Nukem.
Oh, I didn't lose it. It's just super, super quiet. Okay. Alright. Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure we just taxied into Czechoslovakia.
No, not yet.
You guys still haven't taken off?
Oh, we haven't even
No.
reached the runway.
We've got wonderful videos so far of taxiing. We should have named this instead of flying, taxiing.
Taxi simulator.
Yeah.
We'll just call it taxi. One of you has to be Danny DeVito because I'm just too tall for him.
Well, I'm too tall as well.
I'm 6'4". I think I'm way too tall.
All right.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'll be Jim.
I'll be Tony.
You be Tony? Okay. That leaves you to be, I can't remember the girl's name. Was it Elaine? No.
That was Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, if my wife was to walk in here, I could ask her if she would know. Right. I wonder, how close can I get to the back end of that Duke? You know what this doesn't have? It doesn't have a GPS that goes, traffic, traffic. Parking done. Laps.
It's got me just cruising off to nowhere here.
Yep, we're all over here. We want to wait till he shows up and we'll take a photo or something. Hello.
Yep. I got my parking brake on.
It's taking me way off, like away from the runway now.
Yep, we see you.
Oh,
I can see your lights. Yeah, MoonDog, why don't you just cut my tail off with your props?
I don't know if I'm going to mention what my wife said about Vienna.
Oh, come on, it's just us and the entire internet.
Yeah, I know. She said something about not wanting to hang around Vienna either because of the small nurse.
Small sausages.
Yeah. Alright, we're not really going up high enough with where we need.
I set mine for 15,000.
Cabin altitude goal.
I would set it because
Yeah.
15,000 is pretty thin air.
Well, I was just going to 10.5, but it won't let me go over 10.
Well, no, that's the pressure inside the cabin. Anything over 10, you're going to start losing. So with my pressurization, I usually, if I'm going to do 15, I usually set it for 8.
Okay.
And then I max out the pressurization, the climb rate. I max it out, so that way it just goes up as I need it to.
Oh, I got in behind a big plane here.
So, we're all sitting here waiting for plates. Double check.
Here he comes.
We're here, so...
Oh, yep.
Yep, there's a big guy between us.
Oh, not for me.
Oh, for you.
I have no sound for ATC. This is the same thing like when I had it the other day.
He just ran over you guys. He's right over you. He's just crushing you. Oh, now he stopped right on top of you to rub it in. Now he's rubbing it in.
There we go.
Alright, let me know when everybody's ready.
Ready.
Yep, ready. Except
Alright.
for the big plane in front of you there. But apparently you can't see it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing
That is,
around me.
Alright, hold on here.
Actually, if you hang out there for a minute, I can swing around here and get us a nice screenshot.
Hold on, Draco.
Hold on. I'm trying. The brakes aren't exactly good on this thing.
He took off right as I was getting ready to take the picture. Now he's not in the picture. Come back here, or no picture for
Oh,
you.
he's totally gone. Yeah.
Yes, I acknowledge that. Go away.
Alright. And buffering.
Okay, come on. Oh crap! I have collisions on.
Oh, he came back?
He came back. Alright, just hold still. I'll pull up.
I don't know, I kind of like your black plane, Zig, but I like MoonDog's silver one too.
I like the black one, but he said he took it, so I was gonna be fine with that. Did you want to pull up Zig, or?
I'm working on him. Try not to hit you.
It's like nothing, full power. I just watch Zig's plane do a nose stand to keep from hitting you.
Alright. I've got mine.
Hold on. Alright, I got mine.
Alright. We can get in the air now?
Yeah. Only if you want.
Probably almost out of gas by now.
Gonna go and go. Alright, good. Then I'm gonna proceed out and go.
Steer needs to go up.
Gears up.
Check.
Flaps up.
Gears coming up. Flaps up. We're not even to the end of the runway yet. Which, if I recall correct procedures, even if you're up early, you got to fly the length of the
Yep.
runway first.
Until you're past the end of the runway. Actually, I want to turn back this way. Hit my VOR.
Gear up. Flaps up. Flying. Sorta. Alright, well. See if we can figure out this plane a little bit.
You guys would quit talking, I could acknowledge you. I can get rid of that. And
I don't know. I can't get this autopilot to work for me. Oh, it's probably because I don't have autopilot turned on.
Yep, that's step one. Haven't exactly figured out how to set the altitude just yet, but full speed. Mine's climbing really slow.
What the hell is my plane doing? All of a sudden, it just started turning to the left.
To the left?
Yeah.
Should have turned to the right if you're on nav. Did you flip your little toggle switch from nav to GPS?
No.
It's to the right of the GPS unit. It's the silver toggle switch. If you're going to fly via GPS, you got to flip that down on GPS. Then when you hit the nav button on the autopilot, it'll track to the GPS.
Okay, yeah, it just started making its turn back.
Say it said traffic 8 o'clock, 4 miles, 6900. Is that Drako by any chance?
Yeah, possibly.
Go outside there and go 8 o'clock. You two are off to my 6 and... Nope,
That's weird. The autopilot doesn't stay lit up, like the buttons don't stay lit up when you got them pushed. I don't like that. I guess it tells you up there, but okay. So once you lock in your altitude that you want it on the autopilot.
Yeah, 15,000.
Okay, mine was at 5, but I'm gonna lock mine in at 15. So okay, you set it to 15. Hold on, I'm not there yet. You hit the arm button, right?
Okay.
Then if you hit the up and down button, that'll give you your vertical speed, I think. See, it clicks over to feet per minute. Or does it not?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that was it. Thought I had it figured out.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the vertical speed also, because right now I'm climbing at like 100 feet per minute.
Yeah.
We're all doing about the same there. Instead of...
Okay, I get it. It's the up and down now. So the GPS.
Did you guys figure that out? If you set your altitude, you hit the arm button till it says VS altitude arm over on the left hand side. Then you hit your up and down button and it'll set your vertical speed.
Right.
What did you say though, Drako?
So on the Cessna GPS, and I believe on the in-game Beechcraft GPS, there was some way where you could see traffic on your GPS.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't ever use that.
I'm not sure on this one. I know on mine I can, or in the Beechcraft King can, but even that, it gets finicky. So I don't know.
I've never used that on any of these GPS units, even if it was available.
If you look close enough, that actually says, you know, it says Roy on the bottom box. But he left stuff. I say we get to Rome and we open it up and see what he left.
So manifold pressure is that's your throttle, right, Drako?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go.
Not made green, even though some of it is towards the top end.
All right, all looks good.
I could probably turn some of the lights off. How do I get back down to there?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't turn my pitot heat on. Fuel vent, pitot left, stall, pitot right, surface motion, beacon, taxi, come on. Come on. My views are all messed up. I set them all up before I started streaming and then hit the wrong button and lost them all.
I swear it went back to climbing at 100 feet per minute.
You didn't have it set right. So here you go, ready? Hold on, let me get
There
in
it
there.
is.
Let me,
I got it.
let me-
I got it now.
Yeah, and I'm mine's coming down because I'm getting to the height that I wanted at 10.5. The one thing I found out during my flight, the two little right and left fuel tank selectors, don't turn it to off,
You think?
because then your engine turns off. You're flying with one engine.
Who would have thought?
Plane don't have a whole lot of power, I'll tell you that.
Not a Beechcraft King 100 or 350.
Well, it's barely a Cessna. I was like losing speed all kinds of crazy there for a minute.
Are you handling your mixture?
I hadn't mixtured anything yet. Still at 100%.
I throttled back to 85 and the engines definitely sound different now.
I'm at
Like
50.
better.
Yeah.
You guys are thinned out that far already?
I'm at 10,000.
You know what I found out with the BC6? That thing's mixture at like 10,000 is like 20%. So,
Oh, I hear them spooling up.
Because they're getting the right air fuel mixture.
I have my propeller lever at 80%.
Yeah, I already pulled that back to about 90, 95 like I do.
Yeah.
In the Cessna, I run it at about 95 to keep it just under the red.
And
I'm still losing speed. Like I'm down to the blue line.
What do you got your mixture level at?
got your flaps all the way up?
75, I think.
Oh, I pull mine back to 37 and I'm gaining speed.
Okay, maybe I need to go some more. Holy crap, I hear him spooling up. Alright. This thing's really responsive to that.
Yeah.
The Cessna's not. Like, you can't even tell that when you're doing stuff like that. It's like I almost do it just to do it.
Yeah, I'm actually gaining speed as I'm climbing at 1,000 feet per minute.
So your mixture's 50 and your prop is what?
No, my
45?
mixture's 37.
7, okay.
And my prop is at 89, and I have my throttle at 99.
So, well, we're off. Well, 2 of us are.
What do
Drako's
you mean?
off. Zig's off too. We're just a
Huh?
little bit behind. Well, on the map, you're a little bit behind us. That's all.
I'm behind you guys.
Oh,
I'm bringing up the rear. I'm behind Zig.
where am I at? Because I'm not even on the map. Not even showing myself on the map. That's
Nope, I don't see you on the map either.
out of it. Started again.
Let's see, I wonder. Show. All right, everybody else can see the map for a minute.
Right there it is.
Okay, I've finally reached 15,000.
I'm just about there.
Now I can back off on the RPM a little bit. Or not the RPM, but the throttle.
Paused it on me. He was going to slam into the back of me. Although I'm only at 10,000, so that's fine.
Just cruise right over the top of you again.
And I don't know if it matters or not, because I don't know if it's modeled in this plane. But if you close your cowl flaps, you'll get a little bit more speed.
Yeah, where are the cow flaps?
Yeah, that would be a follow-up question.
Left side, Over on the armrest below, right below your
I see.
ignitions or your magnetos.
They were closed. Do you have them at half?
I closed them all the way now. So you're supposed to have them open when you're on the ground and taxiing.
Where are they supposed to be now? Closed?
They're supposed to be in the closed position.
Mine was closed.
But when you're taxiing, it's supposed to.
Should
They're
be
supposed to be in the
open.
open position.
Oh yeah,
All right.
mine were closed. Gotcha.
Plan 30 nautical miles. 29. BRZ.
Double checking. 37 nautical miles to GRZ for me.
Okay. Great, or Zig's just not going to chime in, so that's fine.
What? What were you talking about?
BRZ distance 2.
GRZ 31 miles.
I'm roughly 4 miles ahead of you.
Yeah.
But if you switch, or no, that would be my nav radio, please. Word. OL. Now it's a boring flight. I know.
What's your guys' airspeed?
What is it, roughly 80? 80, dead on 80.
180?
80.
180.
Let me see. Yep. I'm just a little below 180 maybe.
Cool thing is, if you hold the mouse over it, it still tells you visually, you know.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to squint and read that. Oh yeah, I'm at 180.
Zoom in further and then walk over to the TV, Zig.
Yeah, you know, when you're sitting 7 feet away. I am hitting 40 frame rates though at the moment.
That'd be nice to know what I'm doing, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Oh, I can tell you how to turn that overlay on in with the NVIDIA. I meant to do that earlier and I forgot. The higher you go, the better it is. I can tell you that. I've noticed since I've had that on.
Yeah, because it's got less to draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I get down towards the coast, I'm going to go even lower. It's near some mountains, might, you know, some canyon running. Heck, I'm getting low enough, I might even open the doors, let some fresh air in. I know. We'll see, with the new rig, I've got the wireless keyboard and mouse on that, which is now nice because I don't have to worry about the wires from that. That'll be helpful. But like the other rigs have, the corded keyboard. I could go looking for them.
Yeah, be careful with the wireless. I don't like mine. Well, I use the wireless mouse, but I have issues with the wireless keyboard. Maybe it'll be because you're sitting a little bit closer, but
yeah, it's actually closer than what the corded one would be, but I don't have to deal with the number of cords.
Because like mine would kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It would delay. It had lag, bad lag.
A little bit of turbulence.
Yeah, I slammed through that.
I had nothing down here. Maybe you're too high.
Oh, I can do a barrel roll. I can do a barrel roll in a 747 if I wanted to.
Somebody asked you to do a barrel roll?
Yeah, MoonDog.
Oh.
Yeah, that or I'm getting caught up in some of your prop wash, Zig. Oh no, I'm 2.9 nautical miles behind you.
No, I think he's laughing at what someone wrote in his chat.
Oh.
A loop-de-loop?
Oh, look, there's an airport down there. Maybe we should buzz the tower.
Maybe we shouldn't, and just say we did.
That's possible. Probably
Or maybe we shouldn't, and just say MoonDog did. So when the authorities ask, oh, it's just MoonDog. We didn't do it.
So this would be...
Oh, I know what it is. I gotta go into settings. Isn't that where the automatic pause is?
Yeah.
Pause on task switch, okay.
The what?
There's a little box that you can check or uncheck. So that way when you go to a different screen, the game keeps going. Otherwise it pauses.
Oh, right.
We're just about ready. Well, we're not close, but close, somewhat close to Veinna.
Oh no, I'm 6 miles from my next airport. Or from my next waypoint.
Actually, I'm like right on top of it. Should be turning.
Yeah, I switched over to DOL.
What's that? Oh, the waypoint.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of your fancy GPS things.
Well, it is for him.
You know, you kids and your newfangled gizmos. Yep, I just switched myself. Another 60 miles.
Why is... That's why. I didn't have the
There.
ramp button turned on.
Yep, that helps.
I mean, it's nice to know I was flying exactly straight, but on the heading bug that I put on, which was good. So, what was from the oil? So the next, oh, the heading goes from 205 to 204. Big change, just to let you know.
Oh, I'm about ready to get kicked right in the teeth by a nasty storm.
What? For real?
Yeah. 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
I wonder if I got the weather set right.
No, in real life.
Oh, my
Like the
God.
next-
My skies
like
are
the
blue.
It's like the next town over.
Gotcha.
So if all of a sudden I just disappear,
It's because you have no internet because the storm ripped everything out from underneath you.
and I'll be pissed. Especially since it's supposed to be 91 tomorrow and humid.
Wonder
Yeah.
what. Anybody know what mountain range this is we're coming up on?
I don't know.
I think
It
we're
looks nice.
still in the Himalayas, aren't we?
Himalayas.
No.
Or not
No.
Himalayas.
Are you thinking the Alps?
Alps?
Yeah, this is still the Alps.
I've got a Grand Caravan coming the other direction, just to my left at 13.9. So, some regards you
Yeah.
should be looking out.
I guess it might be the. I guess it's the Alps.
I don't see a Grand
Saying on-
Caravan anywhere around me.
I'm just, yeah, no. It's because even though we're linked together, my traffic isn't your traffic.
I guess that's the Alps. It doesn't really say on the map. I'm not seeing it if it does. Thought I saw it yesterday though. And I just quite get the right zoom setting to where it says. Oh, Alps. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we're kind of just part of the Alps, I guess. Not the really high parts, but it is part of the Alps.
Yeah.
You heard it. Zig wants to get high in the Alps.
Well, he wants to change. He's normally getting drunk in the plains. Okay, he's getting sloshed in St. Louis. Altimeter is still 2991.
That's what mine is.
Has anybody looked up our next airport for charts?
Why would anyone do that? Shit.
I don't even know how to do that.
Oh, good lord. I'm on it. See if I can find something. Can't go to my usual resource because we're international again, so...
What are we? LIRA charts.
Is that what we are? LIRA? That doesn't sound right.
That wrong.
LIRA charts.
Navigation charts, cloud, Italy, Rome, yeah, possibly.
It wants to pull up charts for the LIRA, the currency.
Yeah. Now, if you go further down the Google page there, I've got all sorts of charts, but I'm not sure. Longest runway 7228, but I don't have a direction on it yet. Star, ATC, RNAV overlay. The actual charts are all here, but it's
Well, we just have to wait till we get a runway, I guess, but I think I got them here. Oh, maybe. It says ads, putting advertising on the charts. Oh, you want me to buy them? I'm not going to buy them.
MoonDog, I just passed you.
why would you do that?
I don't know, I flew over top of you.
Well, your speed might be a little bit better because you're doing your 5,000 feet up, less distance. Let's see.
I guess it doesn't really matter. You'd probably be safe to...
Runway 15 or 33.
Can you see what where the ILS picks up or whatever, just so we know if we want to be like
Yeah,
2,000 feet or something?
I'm really tempted to get that DC-3.
What DC-3?
We all are. That'll be the next one we're doing.
What are you talking?
The one that you showed me?
Oh, I posted different links to download it. I already got it.
Yeah.
I already installed it.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get it because it looks like it's really fun to fly.
I'm not sure. I didn't fly it really, but...
Oh, I watched that video. I watched the video today. On how to fly it.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. The only thing though is I gotta go into the config files and change it to where the
Yeah.
tail, the tail wheel
Yeah.
Let me
moves
know
with
if
the.
Let me know if you figure out how to do that.
Listen to you guys.
Oh,
Hey,
beep, beep, beep.
If you got nothing interesting, no, go ahead. It's the mysterious Mr. VP.
You don't mind, man.
Oh God, no.
This is in my room. I just was gonna just stop in to say hello. You know.
How many times have we crashed your streams?
Well, that's kind of the idea.
Copy.
So everybody who watches this in the future, in case you never put a voice with the name, this is BP that we all talk about.
Do we all talk about VP?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Occasionally, yeah.
Yep, we mentioned you.
You're making me blush.
Zig,
how's
there's
this,
the airport nav.
How's this beach? Whatever this thing is.
There's
Duke,
The Duke. It's not a bad
Besides-
little plane.
Besides being very loud.
it is loud.
It is. It's not a bad little plane. It's got some decent speed on it for its size.
Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna fly it because I can't. Clearly, I can't fly. So. As I've proven over and over and over again.
Yeah, that landing attempt
Holy
there
shit.
in the Cessna there. So we are all three streaming so that we can see the planes. We wasn't sure, but get into it because we all have them, even on FS Cloud. You can actually see the correct plane because we all have it.
Right.
So,
Oh,
Pretty
shit.
plain though.
Zig, watch out.
Are you that close?
there's somewhere. There
You
we
all
are.
said just popped right into view.
How is it that you guys passed me so quickly? Well, 5,000 feet of height might be the difference. Yes, now it's a freaking handoff. I'm done with your handoffs for a while. So we're gonna do. Off that.
Yeah.
Actually,
One minute you weren't there, next minute Zig, there was just your tail. Where'd you go? There you are. We almost had our first mid-air collision.
No such thing.
You guys are gonna collide. I'm gonna go down here near the mountains and check that out. Get away from me.
Yeah. If don't crash here, they'll never find us.
Where are you?
We are over the Alps.
Right. I
Somewhere.
got that.
We're somewhere between Vienna and
Oh, okay.
Rome.
We're
Slovenia. So
Slovenia, yeah.
Slovenia.
Oh, okay. That yeah, Lubia. Yeah, I didn't. It did. I wasn't reading the ATC Lubia on it. Yeah. Yep. Been over this particular bit of bump many times. But you're missing out. You got to get on VATSIM. So when you get Slovenia and ATC, and you don't know what they're saying.
Smile and nod.
Yeah. Smile and nod and ask for many repeats.
That's that was the question earlier. Was Sicily? You know, the
Yeah.
island down after.
I know
is
what
that
Sicily
actually
is, yeah.
Italy or is that its own country? And I guess that
Oh.
depends on which person you talk to, an Italian or a
Right.
Sicilian.
Right. That's something I'm not getting involved in. Let's put it that way. I get enough trouble from Irish people, so I'm not getting involved with that conversation. I can tell you that my father, who was Sicilian, believed he was Sicilian, and my aunt, who was Italian, believed that he was an idiot. So there you go.
So yeah. So we're gonna come down here and look at the mountains.
And way, way over speed.
Yeah, I see that. Back off a little bit.
Well, you'll back off when the wings fall off, yeah.
Yeah. Well, a moment ago I knew that it was about 220, but okay. You slow up. Noise goes away.
Oh, yeah. I have another person showing up. Well, welcome whoever this new person is.
Professional streamers.
Aren't we, though?
Welcome to the Monkey Show, everybody. Zig, you aren't streaming. I like to see what the world looks like from your point of view.
Yeah,
I'm streaming.
You are. Oh, okay. Why did I not get a notification from your?
Yeah, we got ourselves a triple stream going on today.
Hold on, let me find you. I just want to see what the.
Actually, before you
Oh,
popped,
there you are. There you are.
before you popped up this afternoon, actually there was all of us in your chat, and I was like, well, the virtual airline's here, we should just start flying now. And David was in there, and it was like, well, you know, I'm not a part of it. I go, it only takes downloading Flight Sim.
We'll get him in a minute. The thing with David is he is absolutely right when he says he's just going to be bored to tears with this. It's not for everybody, you know?
Right.
It's all right. It's pretty good, Zig. Little stuff.
Yeah, a little stuttery though. I don't know why. Haven't figured out why that is. Does the bit rate help that at all?
You mean for streaming? Is it stuttery on your end?
No.
No. Then yes.
No. See down there, I'm getting 54 frames.
Oh yeah, I see it down the bottom there, 54. Yeah. Yeah. So you might be pushing more.
So I haven't really figured out what to adjust to maybe help that.
What are you using to stream?
OBS Studio.
Oh, yeah, I'm not the person. I could never get OBS to work for me, no matter what I did. I don't
really.
To me, I get it; it's free, you know, and it's a good option, and a lot of people use it. But for me, I'd rather pay the $14 every 3 months for Gamecaster, which kind of figures it out for me. I could push a lot more bit rate than I do, but I just don't see the need. I think somewhere in the, with OBS, somewhere in the vicinity, like you should be on CBR, any constant bit rate instead of VBR or QBR, which is quality based, which is just useless. I think somewhere in the vicinity for YouTube about 5,000, if I remember correctly. But you may want to Google that. It's been a long time since I tried to use OBS.
I'm not up that high.
Oh, okay.
I know for sure. I don't know if that would be better or worse to go higher or lower. That's what I don't really understand.
Sometimes it's better to go up. If you have the power of the internet to do it.
Well, I guess one of the things I had read, or I don't remember if it was in a video or something, that you should set your bit rate to half of your upload.
Yeah, that's about right. Does that mean I can run my bit rate at 350,000?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know that'd be a crazy number for you.
YouTube would probably not let me have that much, I wouldn't think.
Right.
Well, I think mine is 6,000.
I honestly, I think anything more than about 8 is just a waste. I think because even the guys who stream in 4K aren't. You know what I mean? It's just because you're not going to get. You could stream it whatever you want, but YouTube's going to take it down anyway.
Right.
So Twitch does the same thing. My streams look equally as shitty on Twitch and at YouTube. I stream a higher bitrate to Twitch because I can get away with it. But I want to start streaming at 1080, but there's really no point because a lot of people still can't watch a 1080 stream. So
right.
Well, I've been watching my kilobytes per second on OBS, and it's been going anywhere from 6 to 6,300.
Yeah. As long as you're not dropping frames, you know what I mean? That's the real key indicator. Take it up until you're not dropping frames.
Well, I dropped 869 frames, so 0.3% of all the frames.
Yeah.
Oh, I've dropped a lot more than that.
But some of that is FSX. You don't realize how CPU heavy FSX is, and you're asking your CPU to do a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're asking it to run all the physics, to draw all this, to do all the mesh work for, especially using, with Orbix and everything.
Yeah.
It does look pretty though, doesn't it?
Oh, that's not Orbix.
This isn't Orbix.
No.
Well, this ain't stock FSX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. With the clouds in the sky and everything are Rex 4.
I have
Rex 4.
I have Rex 4, but no, I didn't do the Orbix yet.
I was going to say, because that's not, I mean, it's been a long time since I've flown stock FSX, but it doesn't look like it's way too sort of smooth to be stock. It's usually you fly over the Alps and it's the Triangle Mountains.
Well, I know when Dovetail grabbed up Microsoft or the FSX, they did do some optimization on it.
Yeah. The half an hour I spent in FS16 edition the other day flying the Cessna was the first half hour I spent in it. So I flew quite a bit of it when I first got it. I was like, well, do I really want to spend the time to port everything? Not really. So I'll just run my standard installation. Before I realized that you could run both installations at the same time in FS16, which is just read whatever's in your FSX folder anyway. So is this the beach that Roy got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are all in a different skin currently.
Yeah.
And there's a few more. So what we need to do is get Roy, you, like for a Saturday afternoon, we'll just jump in and fly somewhere like we're.
Sure, we'll jump in and crash somewhere. That'll be fun. Yeah.
We'll practice some formation flying.
Yeah, let's do that.
What heading should we be on? Because I've been flying
forward.
Yeah.
20. Yep, 208.
0. Okay. Because I've just been down here in the mountains.
I know. I'm watching MoonDog. All of a sudden, he leans it over. He's going about 300 knots straight down. Like, this will be fun.
They're the ones that keep going. It doesn't matter what game we play. It's okay. What are we doing? And then they go, "Where's MoonDog?" Oh, I went over this way. Oh, same thing.
He's always got to stray from the path, go out on his own, loner.
Making me want to fly now. What planes do I have in my office? I have the Airbuses. I could do a quick something from somewhere to somewhere. No. Go to bed. We've been up for a long time.
You've had a stressful day and a half at least.
Yeah, it's been a fucking day and a half. Let me tell you, today was. I wanted to come on Discord early today, but I was fighting. I finally got it fucking worked out, and I was like, all right, now we'll go on Discord. I think tomorrow I'm gonna stream Old Ridge because that's what I do. Whenever I have a crisis, I always run back home, as it were. But probably do some bonus stuff afterwards with whatever you guys want to do. I like Wreckfest, but I think we play a lot of it. I'd like to do something else.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I'm Wreckfested out.
Yeah, I don't want to get burnt out. I don't want to get to where I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to play it at all. Because it is fun, but we do want it. It's like every time we get a new game, we just play the piss out of it for, sorry. We play the hell out of it and I do it again. We play it a lot. Well, listen, you're not the only person going out on the thing, is the thing. We play it so much that, I just get to the point where I'm like, all right, I've had enough now.
That was a little bit of a jet fighter.
But we're really all kind of like that. We'll get a new game and we'll just play it till we can't even stand the thought of it anymore. Then we go off to something else.
Right. But I tell you what, this here is very much a lifelong obsession. And Zig is, I could tell Zig's already got it. Like, it isn't a passing thing for Zig. He's got it. You know, Zig will be flying 7-4. I'll probably be working for Zig before too much longer. You know, so
I don't know about that, but
well, I'll be lined up at Heathrow. He'll be coming in, and I'll be going out. You know, so
Yeah, once you get bitten by the flight sim bug, it's hard to kick.
or the Pacific. Oh God, it's been so long. I've got 328 heavy contact Zagreb Center. Yeah, you're definitely so.
How long did I tell you guys I've been playing this? What, almost 20 years? Or a little over 20 years?
You've been flying longer than I am. I didn't start
Yeah.
flying until 2000. So
I started playing this when I started flying during when FSX 95, 98
was
came
it
out?
this was that before Century of Flight was what, 2000? That's when I started. It was 2000. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, you've been flying longer than me. I got Century of Flight, and then that turned into FSX.
Right.
In 2004, right? And yeah, that's where I've been ever since.
I
Now,
had a flight sim, was it 98 or whatever, before it was 10. I had a flight sim then on one of those computers way back, but then I flew a little bit, but this is the most flying I've done, so.
I forget why I got Century of Flight. Oh, because it had the seaplane on the cover, and I thought that was cool. The fucking plane is, sorry, mouth. That plane is still in the sim. It's still that same de Havilland, whatever it is.
right.
Wow.
I think the first time I tried a flight sim was on the Commodore 64.
See, I never had a Commodore. I never had a PC until my very first PC was in 1992. Was a compact. God, whatever the hell it was. Compact, really big box of crap by today's standards.
Just don't say it was the portable one, because my
The one with
parents
the
had,
handle? No.
because my parents had the portable one where it was all in one with the 5.5-inch
Yeah.
screen or whatever it was.
Yeah, no, this was an actual.
And the damn thing weighed like 1,200 pounds.
Oh God, portable. Yeah, if you had a dolly, you know what I mean. It was portable. Right.
And I
I'll be
actually
right back.
played Moonlander on it, where
Moonland. Hey, I remember that.
where you landed on the moon, and
Moon, yeah.
gosh, I don't know how many times I crashed that one.
Do you know that game is? You guys probably never heard of it. Lunar Flight. That's the sort of like grandson of that game. Moonland. It's the same guys.
Okay.
It's really cool. I have it. I played it a bunch of times. It's really, really hard. It is definitely a landing on the moon simulator. There's more to it now. You can fly around the moon and mine and do stuff, but it is hard to do. But that's the sort of like that's the direct descendant of that game. Yeah, I don't remember what I bought it at Sears because I had a Sears credit card. And I remember my mom was. It's funny because Sears is in a mall. My mom just happened to be there doing something. I ran into her, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Buying a computer." She goes, "What are you going to do with a computer?" Just watch porn. You know, John. I'm like, I don't know. I just want to. Okay. And 2 months later, I'm racing. There's a lifelong obsession for you. It's got a pretty cockpit for a free coin. Or was this free? Is this freeware or is this?
No.
Did he buy this?
No, he bought it on Amazon because it's no longer available.
Yeah, it's abandoned.
And I think he had it at some point before, so that's how he knew about it. But he found this is the version 1, and he found it on Amazon.
That's what happens with a lot of these planes. They make them, and then you never hear from the company again. It's too bad.
Flies and looks nice.
Yeah.
Who makes this one, MoonDog? Did you recall? I don't know if you saw in the little install folder, all the promotional videos are all Flight 1.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Are they the distributors or are they the actual?
Oh, they could be just the district.
I don't recall. I know that there was stuff in there, and I know there was so many, what is the correct word, peripherals that you can use to make it, you know, handle better or whatever.
You know what? You could spend, if you could, here's $1,000 you could spend in about 9.5 seconds. The Cytec Pro yoke with the throttles. Two pieces of equipment, about $1,000. And it has absolutely zero purpose except for flight sim.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do it. That's why I haven't done it. Even with as much flying as I do. Like I there are times when I'm taking off with the 747 or I'm landing it and I'm like, it's so immersion breaking to not have a yoke, because obviously 747 is a yoke plane, not a joystick plane, you know. But I'm like, I can't justify. I don't have that kind of money. First of all, I can't justify it for one thing. Granted, I do that one thing a lot, but it's still, for me, I'd rather have $1,000 steering wheel. I really would. My joystick works fine. I've flown, I don't know how many thousands of hours on it. It works just fine. So it's got all the buttons I need, you know. So
I know that I'm breaking a few flight laws here right over town, but too bad. I've done it. I wanted to come right down to the water.
I'm doing something silly.
Hey, BP, when you get a chance, can you type something in chat?
Yeah, hold on, I gotta get your stream open. How many windows can I have open at the same time? Where are you?
42 is the answer, by the way.
So is there a reason, BP, that you don't do any videos or anything on Flight Sim?
Because it's boring as F-Sig, that's why.
Yeah, I get it. Especially if you're doing just the long flights, I guess.
Yeah, I don't do any GA stuff or anything. I mean, you saw, I'm not lying, guys. You will get, see, it's a good thing you guys are actually flying. Because if you get into tube gliders, you get into the jets and stuff, you will forget how to fly. You will. I can't land one of these. I can't. I'm going to need to do a million patterns to learn how to fly again. My plane, my 747 will land itself if I let it. And I'm not going to lie, there have been many times after multiple hours in the chair where I have let it land itself. So, and also BA encourages that because it's more efficient. The plane is a better pilot than I am. So it's more efficient, saves fuel, saves parts, saves wear and tear on the engines, all that sort of stuff, right? So when you're simulating all that stuff, they would prefer that you know, obviously no plane in the world can take off itself yet. Anybody tells you they can is, you know, a little wordy. Everybody thinks the Airbuses can take off by themselves. They can't.
Which waypoint are you guys on?
I am on DOL heading for
PUL still?
PUL.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
15,
fine.
15 miles.
I've got 29 because I was playing in the mountains there.
So we were all talking about doing a DC-3 flight with the DC-3 that Zig found.
Yeah.
I think you'd have fun flying that one.
Yeah. Oh, flying it. Listen, anybody can fly. It's the land.
It's the landing.
I always say this, you know, it's like anybody can take off and land and fly. It's the landing that sucks. You get so used to the automation of it all, of coming in. Now, I don't always have an ILS, but again, with the level of automation in a big plane like that, even an RNAV or even a visual is fairly automated. You know what I mean? So the plane is going to line you up. The plane, you know, you're going to tell it what speed you want to come in at. It's going to come in at that. You start, you know, you got to keep the auto throttle on the 747 anyway. You trim it up. You put your flaps down. You put your gear down. Okay, I'm 2,500 feet up, 20 miles out. I'm going to take over now. You know what I mean? As long as you don't do anything dumb, the plane's going to land itself. The Cessna, I'm not used to the slow. Oh, that's a pretty thing. That is a very pretty thing. That's not normal platypus. I'm just not used to the slow speeds. This thing's landed at 40 knots. I'm at 40 knots. You can't even stay in the air at 40 knots.
Altitude arm?
Yes. No.
What are you trying to do?
Get this thing to...
Yeah, so when you have your altitude and your climb rate set, hit arm.
Okay, there it is. All right, I got it. I'm coming across the water there, and I see mountains, and I'm like, don't hit the mountains. I've been flying in them. I don't want to hit them now.
I'm pretty sure that's Italy right across the water there.
Yeah, it is.
Well, yeah, if this is Slovenia, then that's going to be Italy. What's the ceiling on this thing?
I think we're at it at 15,000.
15,000. So obviously it's pressurized.
Yeah.
I may throw this in my FSX
Now-
Steam and have a look at it.
Now, here's something to ask somebody who's experienced with pressurization. What is the distance between cabin pressure and outside pressure? What is the max distance you should have?
Between cabin pressure and outside, well, you should always set your cabin pressurization at whatever altitude you're going to be flying.
Okay, because this only lets you set the cabin pressure for 10,000 feet.
Okay, that's fine. Anything above 10,000 feet, nobody can breathe.
Okay, because I have the cabin pressure set for mine at just a little over 8,000, but I'm running at 15,000.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Anything under 10,000 feet is okay. You kind of want to match your landing altitude with your cabin pressurization, so as you land, the plane will automatically sort of decompress, you know what I mean? So you don't give everybody the bends and pop everybody's eardrums out in the plane. So like, if you could set landing pressure separately from cabin pressure, if your landing altitude is, I don't know, anything over 1,000 feet, anything under 1,000 feet, anything over 1,000 feet or 1,500 feet, you set it for whatever it is. You know? And you can always get that off the charts. So it'll always tell you what the actual runway altitude is. Yet another thing that's wonderful about the 747. All that shit I just said, I don't do any of that. Plane takes care of that for me. I don't have to do any of it.
You put in the codes, it knows the codes. So
Yeah,
then it knows, yeah.
Right. As soon as I program the MCDU, it knows, you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, we're going to be landing here, and it's X amount of thousand of feet above the thing. The only thing I have to remember to do is turn the damn packs on. Because if you don't turn the packs on, then nobody's breathing anyway. So.
Or you do like I do, and you accidentally hit, either go over the pressurization altitude, or you hit the wrong, you pull the tab, and all the oxygen masks fall.
What's in the boxes, Drako? You're not smuggling, are you?
Roy left those in there.
Yep.
Of course you did. Yeah.
It says deliver to a certain address and do not open.
Do that.
I'll be
That
right
address, though, is Wales, Massachusetts.
Of course it is. Why don't you just throw my address out on the internet there, MoonDog?
Well,
he gave me 20. He gave me 20 grand to deliver it. So what am I complaining?
This is all fictitious. We're joking. None of it's real. We think. Oh gosh, if you're gonna start yawning to put us to sleep.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired and hungry. I just want to stop
tired
it
and hungry earlier.
I don't know. Well, I ate earlier. That made me tired. But now I'm hungry again. Well, I didn't eat at all yesterday.
All right.
I was too fucked up, so I couldn't eat. So I said, well, let me eat today.
All right. Well, I got more hot dogs on the thing in there.
I cooked hot dogs.
Yeah.
I had hot dogs. That rice was. Well, you were there for the conversation with my spicy rice. It was good. You know the rest of it. And then go to bed with a belly full of spicy rice and wonder when I wake up in the morning, I can't breathe, or I'm breathing fire.
Stomach's all
dragging overnight.
Stomach's all grumbly, growly, and then you don't want to talk about what's coming out the other end.
No.
The one thing I really like about this plane is that it actually shows you what your where your stall speed would be at.
Yeah.
Oh, the blue line there on the
That's the blue line is anything under 100. Now see that's a more reasonable speed, but I bet you're not landing at that speed.
No, but like up at this altitude, my stall speed is like I think it's 111 knots.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You know how many times I've moved the mouse to get a better view of the cockpit? No, my
we're
joystick isn't
feeling-
on my deck. So otherwise, I'd just be moving my point of view hat on the joystick back and forth. I'm trying to get a better look. But obviously, that's not on the desk. So
What I really like though is that this has a in-flight counter. So it tells you how long you've been flying.
yeah. Does that bubble actually work? You can do coordinated turns with this.
Which bubble?
The coordinated turn bubble, where your HSI is. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, everything in this plane actually, almost everything in this plane actually works, except for the trim lever here.
The trim doesn't work.
Well, there it doesn't, down here. And then the ident button doesn't work.
Yeah.
And the clock works, you just can't do anything with it.
It's weird. Your trim button. So it doesn't have a functioning trim button. So well, because you'd have trim set up on your joysticks anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's got the elevator trim wheel here.
Yeah.
But I was surprised even the cabin pressure. The cabin pressure you saw works.
Yeah.
But so does cabin temp mode, and how fast you want the air to be blowing.
Right. Well, because again, if you're on a long, especially if you're on a long flight, the more sort of noises and things and immersion stuff. Because I mean, let's face it, on a long flight, I still do it to this day. I still play with buttons. Like I'll go up in the top, like the very back of the overhead, and just push buttons. Like I turned the heater off down in the live cargo hold one time and forgot to turn it back on again. Fucking froze all the dogs and shit down. Whoops. Because I don't ever touch any of that stuff. I'm like, what is all that? I'm going to push some of these buttons, because I know they're not going to affect the actual plane. So, and of course, I didn't say it. You know what I mean? It's no actual dogs or anything in the cargo hold. Because when we landed, I'm cleaning up the plane, and I happen to look up to turn on the cabin light. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, how long has that been off? Teach you to push buttons. I have a camera in the cockpit, right? And for the longest time, I've been trying to figure, because there's a screen, and because you turn all the way around, and there's a screen that sits over the door of the cockpit door, right? Because there's a camera that faces back towards the cockpit door for security reasons. For the longest time, I've been trying to figure out how to put a movie in that. So when I'm flying, I could just turn my view around, and watch a movie.
Oh, I like this. Caution: do not land while pressurized. It gives you the maximum crosswind that this plane can handle, and the recommended approach speed.
Max approach 100. Is that 174 knots?
Max approach 174 knots.
Wow.
That's for
engine.
That's with your, but that's flaps.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Okay, flap. Yeah. So you can go to. So what's that? Flaps 1 at 174. Recommended approach 98 knots. Demonstrated crosswind 25 knots. Hey, that's pretty good. No acrobatic maneuvers, including spins, are approved. This airplane is approved for VFR FIA day night operations. The search plane is not approved for flight in known icing conditions. It doesn't have any de-icing.
Oh yeah. Windshield de-icing, surface, and prop.
Well, then why is it not approved for flight in known icing conditions?
Beats me.
Because prop planes in icing conditions suck, that's why.
Now, Zig's -8, you can actually...
It'll fog right up, yeah. It'll ice right up. That's a scary thing, isn't it?
This is actually the Beechcraft Duke. But his plane will actually show the ice forming on the cone of the prop and on the wings.
Yep.
So they actually modeled that in.
And when you're sitting on the ground, you sit there, you got to open the vents, otherwise the windshield will fog up. You can't see anything. Happens to me every time I fly.
I see. Glad you're back. Yeah, this is the Duke Beechcraft.
It's the Duke.
So we now have the Duke, the Baron, and the Duchess.
Now all we need is the Roger, and we'll have a complete set. Yay! Okay, sorry.
And I've got the Beach King.
Does that mean Drako has the Beach Queen?
He is the one after the surgery.
Oh, I wish I could time you out.
I'm not even
Wire
in
plane.
your chat. Yep,
Plane,
you're stuck.
Plane names are so butch. The Baron, the Duke.
Let's see, I'm over.
Yeah, it's a nice little plane. This is actually the first time all three of us have flown it.
Get it straight. This is the second time.
Well, for you, because you had to cheat.
Oh, I had it, so I used it. You guys just jumped in and looked at it. I said, well,
You're like that guy on the YouTube comments that just types in first.
You ever wonder about that? First. Congratulations.
No, he's the guy who plays 89 hours of Farm Sim and says he can't get past the loading screen.
Loading screen.
I have gotten past the loading screen.
At least one. Well, actually, you get past the loading screen 8 or 9 times every time you play. So, yeah.
Well, we're
So how
hoping
you
that
doing
we fixed that, so, because this is the new rig, so.
So how you doing today, Dylan?
Where we're at, we're headed to, which is,
That's what you want to read. I always get a kick out of this, and it says it in every plane. Magnetic compass is erratic when heated windshield is in operation.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly, because how do we heat a windshield in a plane? Oh, I don't know about this one. No, this can't be hot air. This has got to be wired. So we run electric current through a wire, which is what? Magnetism. Thank you, Einstein. You were better than Relativity,
The DC-3 that we're going to be flying probably in the next couple of days, they just have like these big tubes that are just blowing on the windshield.
Yeah, the air's coming out of the cowls. Yeah.
Did you see that the compass? It's got 3 bungee cords on it.
Yeah, it's
that hold
attached
there?
with bungee cords.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But then again, I could see it because it probably rattles around a lot in a plane like that. So putting it on the bungee cords limits the vibration to it.
They figure about a DC-3, and people are still flying, right? They still use those for cargo planes. You get a DC-3, the plane's older than you are, you know? You're just like, oh, please let this rickety, rattly hunk of shit hold together for another 100 miles.
getting a DC-3, it's older than 2 of us combined. Almost. Well, not quite.
Well, that's like
two Dracos, maybe.
2 Dracos, yeah.
That's like out of the thousands of B-17s made, there's only 15 worldwide that are still airworthy.
Thank you very much. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
10,000 MoonDog credits.
10,000 MoonDog credits, which can be used for absolutely nothing.
If I take that and $3.99 to McDonald's, I can get a Happy Meal.
Yeah, but they're going to give you back the MoonDog credits.
If you take that $3.99 to the house across the street from MoonDog's house, you get a lot more than that. See? This is why I get asked to leave streams. This kind of stuff right here is what gets me thrown out. Hey, listen, you're not that much of a comedian. Stop thinking you're funny. Okay.
I have a printing press downstairs that makes the MoonDog credits.
No, good. Whew. You got me nervous there for a minute.
I was about ready to disassociate myself with you altogether.
Hey, Tony, I got that printing press from that place, all right? We're going to stop in the money. Okay. Jesus Christ, it scared me. I got Roy selling me Sudafed online, and you know. The monkey show's got a whole new meaning now.
We're all going to have black helicopters hovering around our houses.
Like Donald Trump's going to walk through my front door.
I've already got that. I've got the cat selling moonshine, remember?
Got the most beautiful hair I've ever seen, Mr. Trump.
So if anybody picks up their phone and they hear clicks,
That's why no one talks to me.
I think the phone will shut up.
it's the NSA.
It's the NSA. This definitely isn't the Coronado Beechcraft 200. No, this is not a Coronado. What do I know? I don't know. It's a plane. I'm just here for the donuts.
I mean, it's modeled really well, but it's
fantastic.
Doesn't go as far as Coronado does, or as far as like A2A or any of them.
Nobody goes as far as A2A. A2A is the only company in the world. You have to get out of the plane.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to check your drain cocks now. No, don't say that to me again. No. Like if you do the whole walk around, it's cool. You know, that's the cool thing about like, what is the new camera that blows Easy Dock out now? What's it called?
Chase plane.
Chase plane. I don't have it because I have Easy Dock and I've had it Easy Dock forever. And it's all set up. But Chase plane is fantastic because you can actually get out. It's a lot easier to sort of simulate walking around a plane in Chase plane than it is in Easy Dock. It's a pain in the ass. If you want to do a walkthrough or whatever, which you don't, who does? But if you did, it's a lot easier in Chase plane. Chase plane's cool. Now, X plane, you can physically get out of the plane. You're an actual thing when you're not in the plane, which is pretty cool.
Chase plane hasn't been playing well with FSX. It's been they did an update and it's been causing FSX to crash.
Well, go figure it. Causing FSX to crash. FSX to crash is very old. FSX is very old. You know, it's just sitting there with his cane going, "Oh, I just wish I would die. Just leave me alone now. You know, I just want to drink my insurance, poop in my pants." I mean, FSX has been around for, I don't know, Jesus Christ, it's older than me. You know, so what was the very first flight sim? You know, I don't know why nobody except for X-Plane, and why is it that all the developers like are just stuck with this? They're like, nope, we're going to stay with FSX. We're not going to do anything for X-Plane. Why not? X-Plane is the way forward. I don't get it.
Well, the thing is, you know, when Dovetail made their new thing, they took a lot of the guts from FSX.
Of course they.
But then again, when P3D, when Lockheed made theirs,
P3D is FSX.
Yeah, they just took the guts from FSX.
Right. Well, because the core of FSX is still good. The flight, because I mean, let's face it, the core, the flight dynamics of all the default planes are crap, right? You got to get into the good planes before, and that's all in the plane. It's not in the sim, right? So yeah, Dovetail took the entertainment. Lockheed took the simulation. Dovetail said, "Oh, we don't want to do this anymore. We quit." Dovetail must be French. No, it's too much work. I smoke cigarettes for the you know. But now they've got Flight Sim World, which, you know, they're going to try to tie to Train Sim World. They might as well just call it Print Money World, because, you know, oh, you want to fly it? We give you one plane and one runway. You want to buy any more? $2,000. So,
well, rumor has it, and you know, it is what it is, a rumor. But apparently, Microsoft was planning on coming out with another one after FSX, but they decided not to do any more simulators after 9/11 because they didn't want to be responsible for anybody learning to fly to, you know.
Are you telling me that Microsoft, the biggest company in the world, can you imagine? I'd like to be at that meeting. Okay, so we're gonna make FS. What would they call it? FSY. We want to release FS. No, we can't make it a simulators. Why? Because if anybody learns how to fly, it'll be our fault. What?
Could be a liability.
We're a computer company. You mean to tell me if anybody learns how to type, that's going to be Microsoft's fault? Well, shit, I'm suing Microsoft then. You made me learn how to type. Without you, I wouldn't have to. My fingers wouldn't go like this. That's just stupid. Okay, so is somebody gonna sue X-Plane because they learned how to fly in X-Plane? You know what I mean? I get it, whatever.
Which doesn't really make sense because, you know, okay, they didn't make a new one. What's stopping somebody from just grabbing one of the old ones and learning?
What's stopping somebody from paying the $200 and learning how to fly for real in P3D? You can learn how to fly for real in FSX. Everything you do in the real world, you do in this. You know what I mean? With the right plane. So, I mean, I'm not saying I could fly a 747, but I know if I sat down in a real 747, I know what all the buttons did. And I'm sure I'd have some guy standing behind me going, "Please don't touch me."
I've never seen this button before. What's it do?
Yeah, you know, especially if I was in a BA plane. Please don't touch me. Yes. Oh.
I don't know if I like the Rex 4 shallow coral in the water texture.
Which I think that's nice. It's a little jaggy, but it's not bad. It's okay. I'm gonna run the FSX water tweaker. I don't even know if that's still a thing. Actually, I don't even know if that's still a thing. I should take that.
I did find a, well, I didn't download it yet, but I found a video on a config file tweaker that basically graphically lets you tweak your config file. It doesn't do anything automatic, but all of the settings that... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think you're better off doing it yourself. Some of those tweakers are creepy. It just make me nervous. I don't know. I mean, it might be all right. You know what I mean? But
well, it doesn't do anything automatically. It it just puts click boxes and sliders to all of the different options that you have.
Yeah, sort of like AccuFuel.
Is it free?
It is free, I think.
What do you have to pay for it?
No, I think it's free. It's like some guy who's a FSX geek and probably does something like that in real life or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Made it. Because he only has like 200 subscribers on his YouTube channel where I watched it and where he has the link. But it seemed interesting because, you know, a lot of the same things, like it has a spot in there where you put in how many cores your computer has. And then it basically adds that line of code, like what I did the other day, right?
The affinity mask. Yeah, it's got an affinity mask calculator, by the way.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny, a guy who does something actually useful for a community, creates something, has 200 subscribers. A guy like me who basically just goes, look at me, I'm playing content. I have, 2,500 subscribers. Yeah, there you go, right? There's some irony in the world.
Yeah. I haven't checked it out yet, but it seemed, if you're kind of like me and you know, rather than getting in there and messing around with the code, you can look at things, and it had like a little bar on there that I kind of liked, that as you're clicking buttons, it would go either up towards performance or realism.
Yeah. Or quality.
So you could kind of, or quality. So you could kind of balance that curve, I guess, a little bit visually.
Hey, if it works, let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I might mess around with it a little bit, but it wasn't one of those ones that you just hit analyze my system and it does a whole bunch of crap. You know what I mean?
You don't know what it's doing in the background. Those always make me nervous because there's a ton of those out there.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like that. It seemed like it just graphically gave you all the options that you can change, even the ones that aren't available to change, through the through your settings in FSX.
Right.
And it gave those a button and or a slider type of thing. And so, I don't know. I'll check it out.
I mean, again, if you don't want, you don't need to know. Like I've always told people, it's easy. I think you should take your config file and break it a few times. Just make a copy of it. You know what I mean? Move this, change that number, do this, because then you know what it's doing. But if this thing is easy for you, and that's, then screw it. I spent months on my config file, breaking it and going, no, that didn't work. Oh, you're an idiot. Or you get somebody who's, somebody who you think they know what they're talking about. You follow their tweet, and you're like, why is everything purple? Stuff like that. So, and you finally figure it out. You're just like, oh, there it is. I like the way it works. It's not going to look any better. So. And Draco's turn to talk now, since it's only his stream. Go ahead, Draco.
No, I just every time somebody says, "Oh, do this with a config," I get nervous messing with config files because I'm always afraid I'm going to break something and break it for good. And I know you're supposed to make copies of it and shit like that.
You can't break it.
I always end up losing my damn copies. I put them in a file somewhere, and then I can't remember where the damn
it's a computer.
File I put it in.
Draco, it's like you set it on your desk somewhere. I can see Draco looking. I know I put that config file. How do you lose shit in your own computer?
Well,
I lose shit all the time. I lost all the pictures. I lost pictures that screenshots. I lost them for like a week.
It must be fun to be. I know I just downloaded some new porn. Where is it?
No, I know where all that is.
This tweaker tool will automatically do like a backup copy for you, and I think he said it's like 5 backups. You can just hit the backup button. So if you like back up your original one, and then as you go through and continue to make tweaks, you can continue
back that one up,
backups, and then you can work yourself backward like 5 backups if you do something that you really hated, I guess.
Like I guess the ultimate thing, I guess it's like anything else, like making a setup for a race, right? You do one thing, you go and you see what that one thing did, and then you come back out. You're
Yep.
like, "Okay, that was cool."
Yeah.
You don't like that? You don't like that? I think that texture looks good. I think it looks good. The coral, I like it. That shallow water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I think you just had to get over it. I think you were too far out. It was jagged. You know, ultimately, you could almost spend as much time messing around with FSX as you could spend flying it. So you have to decide, well, what would I rather do? Would I rather stare at a Notepad++, or would I rather fly a damn plane? Oh,
Sounds like Farm Sim. Would you rather play it or would you rather make stuff for it?
yeah. You know, well, I mean, yeah. This could be way more involved, though. I mean, the configuration file, I'm sure you guys have all looked at it. I mean, it doesn't look that daunting until you start to look at other people who mess with theirs, and the guys who are really good at this, who have been doing this since the day this came out, said, "Oh, I know what this does, and I figured this out." You watch their videos, and I've watched the videos and just went, "I don't know what that means. I don't know." You know,
Right.
I just like I get a headache after a while. You know, I remember talking to Matt Davies one time, and he was like, "Listen, it's simple." He says, "I'm a mail you my config file." No, I want to figure it out. Okay. Make a backup. Right.
I do like the cloud textures from Rex 4, though.
Of course. They're going to get soft clouds and active sky, whatever they're calling it now. I was telling Zig this, you know, you guys with multiple computers, which is everybody now, you can network this game, you know that, right? You can run all the add-ons on one computer and run the sim and all the textures on your main rig.
Yeah.
That'll make it run better. You'll get 40 frames a second if you did that. Ooh, boy. We're flying now. I love when people say, I get 300 frames a second in Flight Sim. Bullshit. No, you don't. Nobody gets that. If you get 60 frames a second, you probably work for NASA. So, I'm happy with 30. If I get 30, 30 is a good day.
Just out of curiosity, hey Zig, how do you pull up the overlay for this, for the...
For what?
For
FPS?
FSX? Yeah.
You have to do it in GeForce. Is that what it is? BP GeForce?
That's what I do. That's what
Yeah.
I do. But there's a built-in one in the game, though. I just don't remember what it actually is.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but
Well, what's cam mode? You're not going to do anything weird, Draco, right? That I'm going to have to look my eyes away from.
No, Cam is Cam software for...
Welcome to Draco's live cam, everybody. Get your tokens ready. It's Anal Friday. Sorry, all right, I'm out of control now. I gotta.
This is what you get with BP when you don't feed them and don't let them sleep.
I just saw Cam, and I'm like, live cam show. Oh boy, I don't have any money, but I'm gonna stay for this.
I did it in the GeForce experience.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see how. Can you not turn it? There's an actual way to turn it on. There's a built-in one that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a built-in one.
Let me just find it. I don't know what it is. Can't you run it through Steam? See, David knows how to do that. Right?
See, I don't even know how to do the Steam overlay.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
How to show average? Do you got to do it in your freaking config file? Well, you can open your config. You can open your config file while you're playing anyway.
Can?
No. It's just
Shift,
a button.
Shift Z.
There it is.
See, I'm so smart.
Well, that there it just tells me.
It's not going to give you an average. You have to put in the config file.
Well, that's not giving me it. It's not giving me any frame rates at all. It's just giving me latitude, longitude, altitude.
Hit Alt Z again.
Oh, Alt Z or Shift Z?
Shift. What did I say?
Shift Z,
Shift.
second time. Yeah,
There it is.
Target
There it is.
of 30 FPS, frames per second 20. I'm getting about 20.
I'm getting anywhere from 30 to 50 every now and then.
This goddamn live stream flying with the monkeys is in the way. I can't see it. God, this monkey show idiot. 20. You're flying it. I can't read it. It's too small.
Yeah.
I'm too blind. I can't see. Make it bigger, Draco.
I wish I knew how.
That's why I like the The one for the
50,
G-Force.
40, 30. Yeah, because it's big and green and it shows
It's big
up.
and green,
Yeah.
and I put it in the bottom left-hand corner. It's away from everything else, and I'm all frame rate conscious now since I was messing around with that Orbix stuff. So I probably, should
The
just
only
start
time-
putting it-
The only time it becomes a real issue is if you're under 30 and you're coming in for a landing. Because obviously, like anything else, like driving a car, driving a truck, even running course play, right? The less frame rates you have, the less control you have over the plane.
Right. Yep.
So if you're above 30 on a landing, then you're perfect. So, yeah, okay, Drako, you know what you're doing here? Get out of that, first of all. There you go.
Where did the cam go?
FPS counter. Turn your status indicator on first. Go back. No. There you go. 37. 33. Perfect. That's
Hold on a
more
second,
than,
it's coming back.
that's all the
Professional
frame
live
rate.
stream right there. I'm screwing around with stuff while streaming.
No, I can see it. It's fine. You get 33 frame rates. That's more than enough. That's a lot. That's plenty of frame rates. I like that better because I don't need to know my latitude and longitude. I got all that. You know what I mean? But,
I just wish these damn engines weren't so loud.
I wish this plane wasn't so slow. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome
We gotta-
aboard.
We got to put it on the 2x speed for PP.
Just fly it. God, what is that? 11 knots you're flying at? I mean, welcome aboard the Kitty Hawk, lady and gentlemen.
Lady and gentlemen. I don't think the Kitty Hawk could carry 11 or 3 people. Kitty Hawk wasn't the name of it, it was the place it took off from.
What was the name of it then?
It didn't have a name.
No, it did. Wasn't it? Okay. Listen, I don't claim to be an aviation historian by any stretch of the imagination. BP, what's that? Fucking why not? It's a plane. That's all I know. Is it a 747? No, then take it away from me.
I do know it is actually sitting at the
It was the Wright
Smithsonian.
Flyer.
Was it
The
the
right
Wright
flyer. Thank
Okay.
you, Google. Tell Google what it's won, Johnny. Tell Alexa what she's won.
How do you know Google knew? How do you know it? I just didn't know it by myself.
Did you Google it?
Can you
Yes.
see my face right now, Dick? Can you see my? Let me turn on my cam. I don't know anything. You know, I was having this conversation with somebody else not too long ago. You know, especially for us old timers. When we were 17, we knew every damn thing. Right? Now I'm nearly 50. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I get dumber every year, and pretty soon I don't know how that could be possible because I'm pretty dumb right now. So just forget my own name. What's your name, sir? I don't know.
No, at 17, we still didn't know anything. We just thought we knew everything.
They couldn't tell me nothing at 17. Yeah, man. I got it all figured out. I know it's. I didn't sound like that at 17. Well, maybe I did actually. But I got it all figured out. I know it's going. I'm a good art. Ooh, that worked out well.
I'm sure we all said the same thing.
Maybe also.
I'll-
Maybe I'll go. I got it figured out.
I gotta figure it out. I'm 17 or I'm 18. I don't need anybody to tell me what to do no more.
And then the first time you get 5 feet down the end of your driveway, you run out of money, and you're like, Mom. Shit. Now what do I do? And you know, and if you're anything like me, you've had the big speech, right? All right, I got this. I'm cool. I'm gonna take care of myself. Watch this. You get down the end and shit. I don't have any money. And then you think in your head, oh man, this is gonna go bad when I turn around and ask for money. It happened, tough guy. Ran out of money. And I have $5 for gas. Now I'm on my own. Now I'm independent.
Okay, luckily I didn't have that. I had the pizza job delivering pizzas, and I actually sort of knew what I was doing. Didn't ask
Yes.
for any money, but I
Hi,
also knew if I
abuses.
asked,
How's
I
it going
was gonna
today?
get it.
MoonDog was born into a life of speckling.
Yeah.
I had no clue. I had no clue. I was a junkie. I knew if I didn't join the army, I was gonna be dead. I could have joined the freaking Foreign Legion. You know what I mean? If the first door would have been the Merry Maids, I would have joined that. it wouldn't have mattered, you know. It's just the army happened to be the first door. Okay, I walked in. I want to join the army. What's the matter with you? I might be slightly under the influence of drugs. Okay, sign here, please. Thank you.
That's when the army wasn't so picky.
Oh, the army didn't care. They're like, have you been convicted of a felony? No. Okay.
Like, are you tall enough to reach this trigger?
Are you tall enough? What's your height? 6'1". What's your weight? 130. I'd gained 10 pounds before. I was 138 pounds at 6'1", right? I'd have gained 10 pounds before they let me in the army. 10 pounds before I could go to basic training. Like, all I ate was egg salad sandwiches. My recruiter used to give me like 4 egg salad sandwiches every single night so that I'd bulk up, you know, because I was such a junkie. I was so skinny. And it's funny now. I'm like, wow, I guess I gained those 10 pounds, didn't I?
Damn, Zig, what'd you do? Throw the anchor out or something?
What do you mean?
I just blew right past you.
I don't think so. I started my descent.
Wow, you guys are pretty popular, huh?
They are.
See,
I'm a nobody tonight.
Here I am coming in thinking, you know, I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to help out and, you know, be my usual funny self. But you don't need me.
What are you talking about? You just did your descent. I still have a ways to go.
Well, I'm not
Oh,
dropping
Zig's-
like a rock.
Zig's coming down. Down, 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 down. Windows 10, aka I got hacked bus. Wow. Here's a tip for everybody who watches, especially if you watch my streams. Short videos.
Yeah, right. I had
'Cause
to
we
read
don't
that
have-
like 10 times.
Right. So we don't have time. I have time. I'm sitting here doing nothing. Zig's flying a plane. We don't have time to look over and go, I'm going to call you Windows. Or I might call you 10. So.
You didn't start your descent yet, Draco?
I just now did, but it's got you going a different way than I'm going. It's got me kind of like going out and then circling back in onto the airport.
Zig's like weather. I don't care what the wind is doing. I'll fly right into it. It's just smoke cigarette like you American. Oh,
Are you
Zig.
following the GPS, Draco?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you on ROM?
Nope. I'm on
PRU?
PRU going to BOL.
Oh, it's got us going to different waypoints for some reason. That's interesting.
Oh, cool. That's fine. But listen, I'm going to say this like I say it to everybody else. I'm not a kid. So if you occasionally hear a bad word, I'm not going to apologize. I don't have Tourette's or anything. No, I don't have that.
Our electrician has Tourette's.
Okay. I want to stop this conversation right now before I get the urge to do it, and I'm not going to, so stop.
Well, no, he just has grunts where he makes noises, but he'll be at the electrical box, the switch or something. He'll be doing work, and he'll start making noises, and everyone goes, "What's he doing over there?" Well, we've even caught him giggling to himself.
Well, you know what I think? You know what I have Tourette's? I have Tourette's when there's chocolate cake. Like I can't stop. Like I'm just gonna eat it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if I'm hungry. Chocolate cake, eat chocolate cake. You know what I mean? So I don't buy any of that stuff, right? It's just like you're bipolar. Everybody says, "Oh, it's all in your head." Right, right. It's in right. That's certainly not in my knees, is it? I almost said something else. But
I had a feeling you were going to go somewhere else with that.
but then I'm a kid over here. I didn't want to offend anybody. So. Especially, I know Zig is not like as full on monkey as the rest of us. So I don't want to offend Zig. That's the thing. Isn't that funny? Like I get why. I understand why Zig doesn't hang out with us very often because he's like, "Oh, BP's such a massive pain in the ass. I just can't deal with it." I know.
That's not it at all.
I'm
it's
not
schedule more than anything.
I'm not for everybody. I'm an acquired taste like squid. You might want to eat it a few different ways before you decide if you like it or not.
I've been around a long time. You just didn't know.
I know you've been around a long time. And thank you for the Facebook message, by the way, too. I appreciate it. Now that I know who the hell that is. But
Actually, when I first started recording videos, I don't know if I remember I messaged you about using Movie Maker, I think.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
I don't know how long ago that was.
I remember everybody. I remember everybody who I've had, some significant contact with. No, I'm not saying I remember every single person who's ever commented, but like if anybody's ever asked me a question and I'm like, oh crap, that always makes me nervous and it freaks me out. People are like, oh, BP, you seem like you know what you're doing. Wow. Have you been watching the same videos that I've been making? Because clearly I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, people ask me, well, how do you make your videos, BP? I don't know.
Well, I bet you don't remember. Do you remember the? Well, you probably don't. The blue tractor picture that was sent to you on Facebook right after you got the blue tractor on Aldridge.
Yes.
You're welcome.
This is where BP lies to not hurt his friend's feelings. No fucking idea what you're talking about. No, probably, yeah. Well, everybody gave me crap about that Ford too, and that Ford was really good. I really liked it. Too small for the farm, so I had to go. I'm piloting.
You should have kept it just for the hell of it.
Just for the hell of it.
Piss people off.
I think when the game, when I broke my save game, is when I decided, okay, I want to have 3 tractors, and I want them to be these 3 tractors, and that's it. And then, I'm piloting a PMDG 777. Hey, good for you. I fly a PMDG 747. So, what's up, Boeing cousin? That 777 is a nice plane. I mean, it's no Queen of the Skies, but it's a nice plane. Piloting, you're monitoring a PMDG 777.
Yeah,
that's all
we've just seen you pilot.
Yeah,
a little Cessna.
You saw me pilot a Cessna right into the grass. So, not once have I ever done that with the 747. Not once ever. Not even the first time I flew it.
I was trying to figure out or trying to remember how I even found my way to your channel, and I think it was a combination of maybe a kick to the head and or Farmer Beavis.
Oh, maybe, yeah. It's funny how people find their way over to the channel. I don't know. People say, "Oh, you should have on my recommended list," and I'm like, "Oh, like that's like when you walk in a Chinese restaurant, and you're like, "I have a number 7." You know what that is? Nope. Just gonna try it.
Well, I
just wandered in one day and never left.
It's the trap. I can't get out. Please, it smells funny in here. Yeah.
I ran across you when you were waiting for Farm Sims 15 to drop. With Rob
with
and all that,
and everybody.
Yeah,
that was 100 fucking years ago. When did you? Yeah. You were watching that stream?
I was watching the stream because you got it, and then you jumped in, and you're like, tree cutting. Really? You're going to have me start with tree cutting because they cut down a tree. Yeah, I watched that whole stream, and then I watched a few
hours of waiting for that.
Yeah, I remember that, and then I didn't hear from you again until Frida goes, "Yeah, we're going to have this. We're going to jump with BP and do this," and it's like, okay, fine, and yeah, it's like a disease, and I can't get rid of it now.
I'm just itchy. It's just this red spot. It just won't go away. It's funny because I don't remember it. Like the first time I remember meeting you, Doug, was when you came over from Frito, and Frito was doing the thing with us, and you were the guy that always typed in chat. Well, I'm the guy that gives Frito all the crap. Like, okay, cool, and then Frito disappeared, and
you had no clue as to who that was because you wasn't in Frito's chats enough.
Right, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really hang out with Frito that much. Like, it amazed me when he messaged me one day. He's like, "Hey, you want to do some multiplayer stuff together?" Like, sure. You're like 3 times bigger than me, but okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll play with just about anybody. Go to Vancouver, eh? Where are you flying from? Vancouver's a nice airport. I don't go in there, but.
I'm at BOL. Else I need.
Yeah, I think I heard Farmer Beavis and a kick to the head talking about this bipolar prophet guy, and like maybe I should check that out. I'm like, that's an interesting name, and
why is this?
I think the music hooked me at the beginning. I'm like, all right.
Well, I remember different? I remember watching Jim's live stream of 15, and anyway, he goes, "Bipolar Prophet's going to be joining us." I'm like, who's Bipolar Prophet? Because I'd never heard of you at that point.
And at that point, I was bipolar as F and bouncing off the walls.
Well,
So, yeah.
he goes, yeah. Anyway, you hopped on, and he goes. So what do you think of it? You go, this looks like crap.
Yep, there you go. Wow, this is shit. I can't believe I waited this long for this. What is this? Trees. I don't look at like trees. I'm not a people. Yeah. You know, what are we doing walking down memory lane with BP? I'm not dying. I'm not dying, everybody, by the way. I'm really not. I don't have cancer. I'm going to be here tomorrow streaming something. Well, today it's streaming something. So I want to stream something really fun. Like calculator.
You could live stream
Calculator.
floating
Simulator. Oh, I didn't get that yet. That's actually free, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I still say we need to do a live stream of us just talking about Steam reviews.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I want to do it. I got to find out what the legality of that is. But I would imagine it can't be any different than showing a video on your stream, right? It can't be copyrighted. You can't copyright a review, can you? No.
Oh,
so,
no.
Well, actually, we don't even have to show much on the screen. We can just, you know, each pick out one and talk about it, and don't even, you know, mention the name.
Right. We can't mention any names. If we do it, we can't mention names.
We don't mention names. You don't even have to have the screen on there. You just have a screen up. You know, your default be right back funky bullshit, and then
yeah, bullshit. I know, because I don't have a cool movie like you do. I didn't have Robert De Niro read my background script. MoonDog, give it. I don't have my monkey bullshit.
Well, here's the thing. I'm recording this on the new rig. I have none of that on it. I still have to go. I gotta. So that whole sort of the ranting and raving of a lunatic that I was being earlier, when I should have been like setting up, you know, OBS and stuff like that. Yeah.
You weren't being a lunatic. Just hurry up and land this goddamn slow-ass plane so I can go to bed, please. All right, whoever lands this thing first wins, and it looks like it's going to be Zig. So I'm sticking with Zig now. He's closer to the ground than you two are.
Well, what's his altitude?
I don't know. 5,000? 5,000.
Okay. He's a little lower than me. I'm at 6.
I'm 7,800, 41 nautical miles out.
Assuming your barometer is set correctly, you're at 5,000 feet.
Yeah.
Did you check the ATIS on the way in?
Who needs that?
The ATIS, especially when you're flying with constant weather or whatever it's called, fair weather. So, did you get down to 2,500 feet? There's a 60 knot crosswind. Oh, shit.
It should be real weather.
Yeah, that's what I have mine as.
Well, it is Italy. I mean, this is probably as weather as it gets. The weather is lovely.
Where are we going? LIRA. I've got C and V, not A. Okay.
You going into Rome?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're going into Funicellio.
No, the other one.
The other one starts with a C.
Rome. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The one that starts with a C.
Which I will not attempt to pronounce again.
We'll just go with LIRA. It's LIRA.
Right.
Lima. I don't know them all. Sorry.
Lima, Indigo.
No.
Michael.
No.
Mark.
Mike.
I was close. Michael, Mike.
Lima, India, Mike, Alpha. I love when people do that too, though. They read it off. Nobody does that. You don't do that on that stuff. You just call it what it is. You could say the name of the airport for that one. That's how mostly everyone does. Unless you can't pronounce the name of the airport, then you'll read it. If it's a Norwegian airport, it's like, they'll be like, blah 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 blah, 747, say intentions, and you're like, yes, I want to fly at the like, I'm sorry, we don't have ATC on Klingon today.
It's all consonants in one vowel.
It's all, yeah, right.
And it's 16 letters long and 2 symbols.
It's always those little horn things on the top that screw me up. I never know what I'm supposed to do with those. Well, what are we looking at here, Zig?
You were looking at
Your
Easy Dock crashing.
Oh, okay. Your engines have been out of correct mixture this entire flight.
What do you mean?
Good for you. You don't notice that little thing that pops up says your engine is out of whatever it is, mixture.
No. On the flight tips, no, I don't pay attention.
I don't pay no attention to that whatsoever.
I just changed it though.
Yeah, your engine is losing power because the mixture is not incorrectly. Complete this action, press Control and X, or figure it out.
I don't know if I do it right or not, but I just mess with the mixture based on how the engine sounds. If it sounds like it's bogging down, then I know it's.
Would that not be something that you would do under manifold pressure, and this is at manifold temperature? Like you don't want that manifold pressure to go above. Listen, what do you talk? I don't know. I'm just saying words now. I'm just saying words.
Manifold pressure is on the throttle, I think,
Yeah,
not the
manifold
mixture.
pressure is throttle, and then RPM is propeller.
Okay, now you're just saying words. Don't know, Daniel. Cauliflower, plastic, and guardrail. I don't know. What do I know about this? I don't know. That would piss me off. So I just hit Control X to get it to shut up. Stop. Is that a runway I see up there? Say, thank God. Because this is a pretty small plane. It doesn't have a bathroom, right? So I'd be like, oh, could you hurry up, please?
Yeah, I gotta pee like you wouldn't believe.
Or get below 10,000 feet so I can open the window.
Yeah, just what we want to see at that point.
Flying over Italy, watching especially at 180 knots. That might do some damage.
I was watching the news today, and they were talking about like 3 bags of meat mysteriously fell out of the sky in California.
3 bags of Zig, Drako, and MoonDog.
And all the vegans ran.
3 bags of meat. It's God saying, stop it.
You're too thin, eat something.
I wish 3 bags of meat would fall out of in my house. Shit. I'll stand outside all day tomorrow and just wait for God, send BB.
Well, my wife was down at the McDonald's the other night, and she was sitting there in line.
The McDonald's a lot.
Well, hold on. And she was watching these 2 guys that were standing like at the counter for a while, and they were just acting shady. Well, when she went out to the car, they had gone around to the back. The door mysteriously opened, and the worker that they were talking to at the front counter, 2 boxes of hamburgers went out the back door.
Hell yeah. Your wife saw this.
Oh, yeah.
She should have got in on that deal. Said, listen, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to talk to your boss. Give me one of those boxes. See? You're not teaching her correctly. Fuck, I'd have been all over that. I'd be like, listen, you know what? No, how about this? You lost this one. You lost this one. All right, take it as a loss. I'm taking both boxes. You come back next time. You get yours. See? That's how you do it.
Okay.
Bipolar Profit Gaming does not condone any illegal activity.
Right.
So,
And BP,
neither does Mr. MoonDog Gaming.
No. We know the size of BP. He's not a small guy. These guys probably were like, yeah, no. I wouldn't even mess with them, no matter. Huh?
I'd never, not, because that even crossed my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bet, wow, you're going to get 2 boxes of hamburgers? Listen, how about this? You go back in, yeah, I'll have those, and go get me some nuggets and some of that ice cream mix, too. I'll have that, too. That would be illegal. Don't do that, kids. It's very bad.
It's worse than smoking.
Right, which I can't do either because I'm waiting for Zig to land. blah. See why I don't stream it, Zig? See why I don't stream this or make videos of this? Do you want to sit here? No, I'm not saying it's boring. I'm only messing with you. I understand that, right? But I mean, if you want to sit here while I'm coming in from wherever on a 250-mile approach, yeah, I mean, but it takes 3.5 hours to come down to altitude because I'm at 40,000 feet. I got to come down to 2,500 to get the ILS, and you're just like, oh. Sometimes I've fallen asleep on approach because I've been up all night, flying or whatever, and it's like altitude, shit, yes.
British Airways, whatever BP says during this time, they don't. Yeah. They know. I mean, well, I'm not the only person in the world who does it. That's why they think they make that thing beep every 2 hours. So they have that same alarm that the train engineers have to deal with.
It's a little more random. It's a little more random in a train, though, isn't it? In a train, it's just kind of whenever. But in this, it's
so many minutes, unless, of course, that doesn't run across one of the sensors that is for a speed control
or a signal, or if they move up control. Right?
Yeah. Well, if they move control, it resets it.
Right.
But yeah.
I remember that from Train Sim.
I actually remember that from Train Sim and the actual engineer that I went golfing with a couple of times.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that? Is that a waypoint? Fubar? That's what you want to see. Fubar. What waypoint are you going to? Fubar, man. It's all Fubar.
We got a club in town called Fubar. It does live music, like small touring acts.
Yeah. That's a cool name for bar. I mean, I guess the only better name would be the Titty Bar. I mean, just call it what it is, I guess, right? Oh, I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the show. Hope you enjoyed it.
Let's see. So, everyone at.
Okay, so since you're still kind of drooping around, I'm gonna go make a cigarette because you won't be on the ground, man.
I think you got time.
That's where we're at. You guys have been popular tonight.
All right, my gears are down.
Oh, you're that close, Drako?
I am 14 nautical miles out. I'm vectoring in on my approach.
I took a GPS approach. I don't know where I'm. Let's see.
Yeah, well, I just cut out the last two waypoints and came straight towards Vienna City.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I don't even know if I have this set up right.
Just flat in.
I've never done a landing with not by hand.
Well, you're gonna have to do this one by hand. It's not gonna auto land you.
I know that, but I've never even not lined up.
Time for a new lighter, BP?
You should see the shit I have to do over here.
You got a flint and steel over there, chipping away?
Fucking hit me. Hit me. Now I gotta go get the torch. I'll be right back.
Just want to make sure at our airport.
Did anybody figure out where we're supposed to be at on our approach?
No.
High altitude?
In the air.
MoonDog, you were supposed
No,
to...
I couldn't find it. I sent the link to you that I could find, and that was it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I said here it is. You guys have had all this traffic in your chat and BP in your chat. It's cool. Missed
Well,
it.
I know it ain't I know I need to probably get down to about 2,000. How did I do that?
You know, you only got to fly to circle a bit, right? That's the hold.
Yeah. Oh crap, I'm on top of it already. Damn it.
You're supposed to be at a certain altitude by Subar.
I don't know. MoonDog didn't figure it out for us like he was supposed to. He's the one that pulled up the charts.
I'm coming in at 1.5.
You're
5-0.
gonna shoot this.
Fine.
There you go. Nose down, throttle back, flaps down, gear down, much drag as possible so you don't overspeed.
Gear's not dropping. No.
No, going too fast. Gotta get on 174 knots, right?
All right, I'm on final.
Well, good for you. I'm on CD.
Oh, there it went.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
You're good. You're good. Don't worry about the copies. Plane's too small.
Boy, this thing really slows down in a hurry. That ain't
Sure
like
does.
my Cessna. It don't slow down like that.
What? That's a lot of drag. All the flaps, gear down, and everything.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm not used to that. Dash
Yep.
8 doesn't do that either.
No, it doesn't. The Dash 8 is like, I don't want to slow down. I'm fast. I'm fat and I'm fast and look at me go.
Neither does my Caravan.
Sorry,
It's like got like a 20-second delay on the throttle
yeah,
for them to spool down.
right. And plus, with the turboprop, you get the spool up and the spool down anyway. So the 747 said she doesn't want to slow down anyway. She's like, no. But Dad, we were just flying at 600 knots. I know. Now I need you to slow down to 165, please. Get out and walk faster. All right, we probably level up a little bit now. Probably want to be at about 500 over the threshold and just let her touch down. Thank you, Mr. Instructor guy who put it in the grass last time you tried to hand fly anything.
Well, we're not saying you don't know what you're doing.
Oh,
Shoot this
oh,
shit.
oh.
You're good, you're good, you're good. Sidestep her a little bit. Little rudder, little
right.
left rudder. There you go, there you go, there you go. Nose up, nose up, nose up. Power, 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 power. Oh, nice. Perfect. Okay, now what? No, idle, idle, idle. Ooh, ooh.
It's been worse, BP. It's been worse. Yours-
That was good. Does this have a beta range? No, right? Oh,
Well,
Good job.
one of us just landed at the wrong airport.
Was that me?
I don't know, because I just got because when I landed, they told me I could taxi to parking.
I didn't even tell him I was coming in. It might have been me. No, I'm on tune in Campo ground.
LIRU.
LARA.
Shit, I'm at the wrong one. I'm at URBE ground.
Oh, that ain't what I
This is the last time I frickin' used GPS.
want. Was there like 4 airports around?
Yeah, GPS is a bunch of horseshit.
yes, because it's GPS's fault. GPS was hanging out with his buddies going, hey, hold my beer, watch this.
I never landed at the wrong airport flying without it.
I was doing my air hauler mission earlier, and I was coming in, and there was like, I think I was coming into Fort Lauderdale, and I swear there were 5 airports like in my
Yeah.
view, and I was like,
Yeah.
what in the world?
That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
And it was at night, so I could just see all the runway lights going off, and I'm like, which one is mine?
Here's a story. Of course, BP has a story. That was a given. First time I ever flew for BA on my own. Coming in from India. supposed to land at Heathrow. I am in the hold over Gatwick and didn't realize until 3 a.m. when that sim came on. And they were like, we can't find your plane. I'm like, right, I'm in the hold over Heathrow. No, you're in the hold. This is Gatwick director. Oh, right. And then I didn't know what to do. And I told him, I said, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. He's like, would you like to fly to Heathrow? Yes. Could you point me in the right direction? I'm dumb. I'm sorry. It's part of VA's cost-cutting project. They're hiring the special people with special needs to fly their planes. Very nice. I don't think you're going to need that jetway, though. So. Good job. Good job.
We survived.
Everybody else on the ground? MoonDog, you on the ground yet?
I'm looping around to make my approach.
Oh, okay. We'll watch you land. You already landed, Drako? I missed you landing at the wrong airport. Look, you even turned the plane off. Good for you.
Well, fire it back up and get over here where you're supposed to be.
Hell no. Things on the ground and shut off. That's just where it is.
Close enough.
Close enough for government work. I don't think I'm that far away from you guys as it is. It's like Airport Hill Airport.
I was gonna say, well, you can't be that far away. It's like you were driving on the freeway and just got off at one exit too soon.
You explain that to 300 people in the back of your plane. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll get you a cab.
It's all Italy. It's all listening.
Zig, you got a little bit of a problem there.
I don't have any problem. What do you mean?
You got a turbojet sitting on top of your plane.
What? Not in my world. You must have some extra traffic in your world. It's just me sitting by a gate that's way too big for my plane. I hit the wrong button, I think, and went to a gate instead of GA parking.
MoonDog, not to state the incredibly obvious, but that first airport you see, it's
Don't go there.
just about to your 12 o'clock. Don't go there. That's the wrong one.
Right. No, that's the one that's actually the start of the way to go in. Right. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I landed at.
I saw you landing there, and I'm like, okay, looks a little small for a large airport, but. All right.
Okay, but that's small. It's got ILS.
I like this plane, but I want to get back in my 377 where I'm comfortable.
Draco doesn't like to get outside of his comfort zone. That's why I saw that DC-3 and I'm like, maybe Draco would like to fly this one. It's old, it's ratty. It's got lots of gauges, nothing electronic in it.
I'm not a huge fan of the GPS and the screens and stuff like that.
I know. That's why I was watching that video and I was like 10 minutes in and I'm like, this is Draco's
You're
plane.
just fucking weird, man. You don't know what you're missing.
I like planes that give me something to do.
There's plenty to do in a 747. You watch a movie, you go to the bathroom.
You hit on the stewardess.
You need a couple of cabin crew. Welcome to the 20th century.
Cabin crew.
Yeah,
I was watching a real life Dash 8 flight, and like about halfway through, the pilot's sitting there flipping through a magazine. The co-pilot, they're like, he's on his iPad. And...
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's probably on his iPad checking the weather and looking at charts and stuff too. Because the first officer does all the work of the plane. The pilot is only the responsible The pilot's the one that they, hang up by the nuts if something goes wrong. But the first officer is the one who actually does all the work. Generally, the first officer is the one who taxis the plane off. Half the time, the first officer is the one who takes off and lands the plane. So
The thing is, though, is that if something goes wrong in a plane, chances are they're not going to find the captain's nuts to hang him up by.
it depends. It depends on what actually, what happens when the plane lands. You make your own. You make your own rub there, Zig?
My own rub.
I'm just looking at your picture of whatever this meat on a tray is here.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not my recipe, but I do make it. I don't buy it.
I'll be right back.
It's called Memphis Dust. It's from a.
That looks good. That's what I had up. That's what I had up at my daughter's. Her husband is a pit master. Boy,
Yeah, I remember you saying that. And
they make all their own sauce and rubs and grow their own peppers now, and it's something else.
I got that recipe off of a website, and I really like it. It's really good, but I mix it up But I've been
the reason I asked is
with...
because I recognize the font on the label.
Oh, that's the same one it's the same one that's on all my videos.
Right.
Or on all my thumbnails and stuff. It's the same font, yeah.
I can never remember. Like, if I find what I like, I never remember what it's called. So even if the only reason I know, like, Old Ridge has always been the same font because I've done it for 100. Whoa, MoonDog.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be right back.
Are the air sick bags still in the back of the seat, MoonDog? So I'm gonna move in.
Yes, they are. It is the first real long flight on this thing, so.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm still pretty new to the whole smoking meat thing.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. I don't have the patience for it. If you could smoke meat in a microwave, I'd be probably all right with it. Like for Brittany's birthday, he did. It was a day and a half that he was. But that's what. Like, he has a job, obviously, he works for a living. But they set up this farmers market in the town they live in, and he does really well. I mean, he's got a Facebook page and stuff. You're actually going to start seeing his stuff in front of my videos. My family, my son-in-law and my daughter. So
Right.
at least I can do is expose them, and they sell it. They'll ship it anywhere. So. Least I can do is expose them to expose your daughter. BP, what's the matter?
Wait, what? Yeah.
What? You just sometimes you say things that make me go, oh, BP. What's up, everybody? It's the Bipolar Prophet, the most cringeworthy person on YouTube. Today we're going to do our cows. What? Oh, BP.
Yeah, I got a propane smoker a couple months ago, and it's very you don't have to babysit it so much, so it's nice. It's really nice. Before that, I was doing stuff, wood fire or charcoal fire,
Right?
and you really had to stay on top of that.
It's tough when you have other things, like you can't just sit there for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Well, now you tie that in to flying long haul flights.
Right.
You
Well,
can
now
smoke
I can
meat and fly.
and work on the basement all at the same time.
See,
Right?
there you go, multitask. Well, unless you fly for BA, then you got to be up every 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
You got to call in here. I have to go to the bathroom now. I'm taking my 2 hours break.
Gotta go check the smoker while I'm at.
That's the other what I do. I generally get up in a cruise and I'll take my 2 hours pretty much immediately. I'll go like watch a movie or sit down or eat or go to the bathroom, take a shower, shit like that. So I'm mildly awake come descent time, approach time.
MoonDog, that was a nice land.
Hey, listen, I ain't seen it yet. Don't ruin it for me. Spoiler alert, MoonDog lands it. Oh, yeah. Very good. Nice job. Thank God that's right.
Zig's over here parked somewhere. We'll park this next to him.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I saw him as I came in.
You didn't land at one of the other airports.
No, I saw him. Might take 4 hours to get there, but you know.
I'll just have them throw my plane on a flatbed and haul it over.
What rating did you get there, MoonDog?
Great.
Great.
Wow, I only got an okay, but it was a little shaky. There's no doubt about that.
With FS Cloud, you can never get. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get a perfect because the sync. They want the sync rate.
I did it once.
To be unreal.
But I
Yeah, well, I dropped in like a rock on mine. There was no doubt about that.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
Zig put it down. Zig put it down. That's for sure.
We are not going to circle around. We're going in.
Did your landing gears come up through your wing?
No,
he didn't. No, he didn't
and I
even
remembered to
bounce
put
it.
them down, so that's pretty good.
Well, he didn't have them down. He's coming down at about 270 knots, and I'm like, you might want to apply some drag.
I thought that was your
Did
I'll tell you what.
somebody say drag?
This plane, like, it went from 270 to 80 knots and like putting down the gear in one set of flaps. And
Yeah.
yeah,
good.
the Dash 8 doesn't do that, and that Cessna flight, it doesn't do that either. I was really surprised. I'm surprised I didn't fall out of the sky and stall it.
I was a King Air, by the way. That wasn't.
Well, that's nice that 80% of the size of this file is freaking movies. The Real Air Spitfire, the Real Air Biff, the F1 BF-109, and the B-24 Liberator.
Where'd you park? Over by the tower?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I'm right
I'm
in front of the tower, actually.
Okay, because I thought you were here at the beginning of the runway. There was a King Air sitting over here.
No, he parked up the gate.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
You're over there in GA.
apparently I hit the gate button, so I just
Okay.
didn't argue.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and kill my stream. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today on the flight. Zig, MoonDog, and BP for hanging out with us tonight. And don't forget to check out all their channels. They are linked in my channel
And mine,
and Zig's
and MoonDog's.
and MoonDog's and BP's and Cavalier Roy's and Farmer Dad's and Stu B. Make sure you check all them out. Also, make sure that if you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button and give us a like, and hit that little bell next to the subscribe button if you want to see more monkeys flying. So everybody have a good night, and I'll see you next time.
Bye, Draco Stream.
Bye, Draco Stream, and I'm just going to go with ditto what Draco said.
Thank God.
See you guys.
Is that what I sound like? I thought I stream my shit down today. The only thing you have to remember is, everybody who's watching, there's only one thing you have to remember. Subscribe to Bipolar Prophet on YouTube. Bye, everybody.
That doesn't work for me.
Check out everybody on the Monkey Show list. Links are on everything I put out every day. Make sure you check these guys out. They're awesome. And thank you very much, guys, for letting me hang out with you and thinking I was funny. I thought I was funny. Everybody likes me. But I wasn't. And it's 1:32 in the morning, and I have to piss and eat and go to bed. Otherwise, tomorrow's stream is going to be me making that noise. So,
Yeah, but if you're baling hay, you'll be fine for that.
I'll be bailing. Oh, actually, maybe I will be. I don't know.
Christ.
You know, it depends on what you had Roy and Mike doing.
All right. Oh, I need you guys to be spraying this corn. That's what I need. I got a shit ton of corn that needs to be sprayed.
Zig, you thought you landed hard. I landed. My max sync rate was differential was 463 feet per minute.
Ooh,
We'll get a
That's-
screenshot of that.
that's abrupt.
Jump in here and shut
Oh,
the thing off.
MoonDog, you just pulled up.
Yeah.
Look at that. We can get a shot with Draco, but we're not
Yeah.
sure where he went. He's over with the Pope. On the other side of town, hanging out with the Pope.
Yeah, I know. I don't really want to start it. I want to turn them off.
Oh, see, I don't even mess with that. As soon as I'm parked up, and I'm clear, I'm just out. It's goodbye. I don't turn the plane off or nothing. I just because mine's set to go to turnaround state automatically anyway. So
Right. All right. So
I don't cold and dark my shit anymore either. It's fun in the beginning. It was boring after a while.
That's what I saw, Zig.
just taking and trying to do routine. So
Yeah.
you do
Well, you should
your routine.
turn your plane
Your
off.
routine is you get it ready for the next pilot to take off.
Basically, yeah.
So,
That's
me,
what was sitting on
this
top of me.
is my plane, so this is where I would park it. So, yes, we want to thank Drako, Zig for flying with me. We flew the same plane. It was cool. I think we all enjoyed it. We want to thank BP for hanging out. Check out BP's stuff at BP Bipolar Prophet on YouTube. Draco's is Draco411 and Zigzaggy on YouTube. Links are all down below. Share, like, comment, all that stuff. We still haven't gotten any comments on where anyone would like to see us fly to. So if you do, throw that in the comments and check out BP's stream tomorrow. And then come back.
Can you
and watch
fly to
Mars.
Hogwarts next time?
Any reasonable suggestions will be accepted. And no longer
Narnia. Okay, all right.
We are not watching BP stream tomorrow. Now, don't watch his stream. Watch.
BP will be flying to Hogwarts and Narnia tomorrow. So there you go.
Everyone have a nice night and check us out next time.
See ya.
See you later.
And where's my button to turn this thing off?